Bayazura, Bayazura, Bayazura.
Well, there's 4 waiting.
Well, it went down to 2 like immediately when you said that for me. I cry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. Coming at you live from 3 different locations. That's it.
This is very true because I'm over here on the West Coast. Y'all are over on the East Side. So, yeah, 3 different locations.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, damn. Now I'm getting hungry. See, every time you do that, I'm like, maybe I should get some Taco Bell. No, I shouldn't. And I have to remove that thought from my head. What's up, Sean? How are things?
We have a genuine Sean in the chat.
Yeah, Mr. Montague, the guy who would always say, "Oh, word."
Oh, word.
Who says here, "Oh, word." He watches us every week. He's our adoring fan.
He's our adoring fan that always says, "Oh, word."
He's the one of 2 adoring fans.
I can't even see the chat.
It also happens to be our only fans. Yeah, OnlyFans.
Ooh, risque.
Boobs. I guess. Sean says things are good. Well, that's good.
Sorry.
So yeah, a lot to go over this week. But also not much at the same time. It's very weird. This is like one of those weeks where like there is a lot of stuff to mention, but not many of the things, that we mention will go on about for 8 hours like we did last week or the week before. So
Nonsense.
I'm sure we'll ramble for 50 minutes, but anyways.
Hopefully not.
Let's go ahead and jump right in. To the news.
News.
So there's not a lot of news this week.
Bullshit? Look at all that.
Well, not a lot of anime or industry news of really any kind other than the Game Awards, aka Winter E3, aka the Nepotism Awards, aka the Dorito Pope Awards,
aka shut the hell up and let the actors talk more.
We need, you know what? We need
stupid game developers.
Why didn't we get another 20-minute Christopher Judge speech this year? Why did it have to be 30 seconds, and why was it a shitty Call of Duty joke?
I mean, I remember that last year. I mean, he was great as Kratos, and I guess he figured, well, I'm never going to win another award again. Guess I'm going to take this moment to talk about my life. And that's exactly what he did. He was like, I was raised in a potato farm. I was a young boy. And everybody's just sitting there just going, oh, God, when's he going to shut up? And another thing, I will go further and say that I was a strapping young lad. And it's just, on and on and on. It was so cringe. It really was.
I love Christopher Judge, though. He's so...
Oh, I love him.
He's so good.
He's great. I feel like he could have maybe trimmed it down a bit. Because of him, all these developers that went up to actually thank their parents for actually making games and shit were like, I just want to thank all my fans, and I just want to, wait a minute! And then they played him off. Like, get the hell off stage, you piece of shit.
Wouldn't that be funny if Jeff Keighley, actually, it would cut, after 30 seconds, it would cut to him on camera holding a mic to a boombox playing The Who? And that was the cue?
Yeah, he's just holding it up. Just pointing, do it now.
That'd be great. Anyways, the Game Awards... it happened. We got a lot of stuff. I wrote down all of the stuff that I think all of us, generally would like, or and some of our viewers would want to hear about. Maybe if they didn't watch it, it was probably only watched by 50 million people this year. But in case you didn't, the first is that there's a new Marvel game coming to Xbox. They're making a game on Blade. It's by the same people that made Dishonored and Deathloop, Arcane Leon.
Oh, I have a feeling that's going to be really good. And especially with Blade as the main focus. I love Blade.
Dude, Blade's so good. We haven't gotten a Blade game since like the PS2.
Yeah, that was when they were doing what? It was the Blade 2 movie, right?
I believe so, yeah. Maybe it was did they have 3 of them? What was
They
the really
had 3 of
one?
them.
Well, that's all of them, but
yeah, the third one was kind of
Ryan Reynolds.
campy. That was the third one, Trinity.
Yeah, I think that's what that one was based off of.
Yeah, but I love 2 because it has Guillermo del Toro. He's the director of that one. And the first one, well, a lot of people say that was the one that kickstarted the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, to be honest. Because, well, when you think about it, it was in 98, 99. Then all these other movies started following, like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, all that other stuff. Because when you think of the ones that happened before it, there really isn't much. And if there was, they weren't very good. Because Blade was successful. Wesley Snipes was perfect as Blade.
Dude, I hope to get Wesley Snipes again.
Oh, I think he's too old to do it. But I would love to see like an old, like Blade, kind of like what they did with Logan, and how they made him old and disheveled, but do it with Wesley Snipes as Blade. That would be really cool.
Yeah. By the way, really weird. It wasn't even like announced as an Xbox exclusive. There was like no even like branding for Game Pass or Xbox at all. Like Xbox is like treating this as like it's not their platform kind of thing. Like it's not even coming to the Xbox. It's really weird, but it's Xbox exclusive. So it's already been leaked. It's really strange.
I mean, maybe they wanted to keep that under wraps, but
I think this game's coming out.
You can't keep anything under wraps anymore.
I think they literally are going to release this game in like 5 years. Like it'll be the next generation before we see this game.
Sheesh.
Because Xbox, they can't do anything without having some caveat attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, our favorite nepotism baby, Hideo Kojima, through the powers of nepotism, announced a new horror game with Jordan Peele of all people, and his words, other creatives. It's called OD, aka Overdose, and it's also an Xbox exclusive. This is going to apparently be more Silent Hill inspired. If you remember the PT demo, that's going to be what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
God, if they make another future baby carrying packages games, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my god. No, the game is just Hideo carrying Jeff Keighley on his back.
Oh man, he's gonna have a cameo in this game with Licorice Recoil. I hope you know that.
Oh man, I can't wait. Can't wait for Licorice Recoil to show up in a horror game. It's and with Jordan Peele. It's gonna be great. No way that could be horrible. The last of the Xbox news, I guess. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. New gameplay trailer. That was pretty cool. Coming in 2024. Once again, the caveats. This game's only been announced since 2018 or whatever. But yeah, that's coming to Xbox and PC. Did you see that? What do you think about this?
I did. I never played the first one. I mean, it looks fine. This girl just seems like she can never stay clean. That's all I got from from the trailers and stuff, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, they has that over the shoulder style that all games are doing nowadays. So
The Sony style.
yeah, the Sony Last of Us slash Resident Evil 4 style, Gears of War. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the first one a little bit. All she does is crawl through mud. So
she doesn't ever stay clean. Just always dirty.
The game's really cool. The first one, because it plays on like audio cues. So like if you're wearing a headset, or rewards you really like, it's pretty much mandatory to use a headset. Because like Senua, she's like, I forget what's wrong with her. She's like schizophrenic or something like that. Like he sees and hears things that aren't actually there, and that's a part of the gameplay. So it's like, it's really cool.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, like randomly, like she'll see like, I don't know, like a giant minotaur, but it's not there.
So she's like on meth.
Yeah, and you'll hear like voices that are coming from the left, and you'll turn left, and there's just nothing there.
Oh my gosh, she really is on drugs. No wonder she's always dirty.
Yeah. Rolling around in the crack. Next up, though, what I'm really excited for, Sega announced 5 new games that are in development. Fucking Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi. I'm buying all of these.
Yeah.
This is
when I heard all that, I was like, a new Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi?
Yeah.
Oh, where's Philip J. Fry? Shut up and take my money.
I know. This was fucking awesome. This is one of the best announcements from the entire show, in my opinion.
Were we talking about Jet Set the other day?
Yeah, Jet Set's been in the news a lot because of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which is literally just Jet Set Radio. Like, even has the same composer. It's like one of the best games of the year. I think it was nominated and maybe won some awards at the Game Awards. But yeah, I'm finally new Jet Set Radio. I'm super hyped. That's a day one for me.
Yeah, Jet Set, Crazy Taxi. I played the hell out of Crazy Taxi when it was an arcade cabinet and it was at the movie theater and you could actually drive it. That was when I first played it. That was such a fun game. But then when it got on the Sega Saturn, oh yeah, best believe I bought that. And then with the Offspring's intro,
Dude,
that was great.
They gotta have some of those songs.
Day after day, your whole life's a wreck. Yeah, that was the intro to Crazy Taxi. Oh, so great. I think I know Streets of Rage, but I'm not too familiar with Golden Axe or Shinobu or whatever it's called. But Streets of Rage,
Streets of Rage is great.
That's just like a fighting game, right?
It's like a top-down fighting game. I forget what it's called. It's like a side-scrolling fighter game, like arena fighter.
Okay,
it's really cool.
I've probably played it. It sounds old school.
Yeah, they came out with one a couple of years ago that was really good. I played that one. Next up, Capcom announces Monster Hunter Wild is coming 2025. I don't know why they ended the show with this, but whatever.
So Breath of the Wild with Monster Hunter. Got it.
I think this is supposed to be like a sequel to Monster Hunter Worlds, not Rise, because Monster Hunter Rise was a Nintendo thing that then came to other platforms. Worlds it's like the live service Monster Hunter, the super serious one, right? The big AAA budget,
Right. With all the cute little cats that cook dinner for you.
Yeah. The furries. Next up though, we have a free God of War Ragnarok DLC. I don't know anything about this. What is this DLC?
From what I can tell, it looks like an arena battle, kind of like arcade type thing. It's free. It's called Valhalla. Essentially, from what I could tell is, you go to this door, you fight enemies, you go to the next level, and if you lose, you fall back and you do it all over again. You ever played Hades?
Yeah, a little bit.
You heard of? Okay, so essentially, if you die, you have to start all over again. That's
Okay,
Hades,
so
and it's essentially that, but with God of War. It's from what I
oh
can tell.
oh god.
It's free, you know.
It's free. It's free. But they announced the same thing for The Last of Us Part 2. Their PS5 version. So is this
Well,
their new
someone
thing?
copied who?
No, I think
Well,
every Sony game's gonna have this now, if that's the case.
I mean, Hades was kind of like a breakout hit. It came out of nowhere, and then everybody kind of copies that style now. But
I don't know. Sony's games are becoming very corporatized. And I don't know. Not every game needs to be the exact same.
no, I hear you. They see Naughty Dog and they're like, we have to be like Naughty Dog. It's like, you don't have to be like Naughty Dog.
You don't have to.
Maybe
do
you should be
third-person
less
games
like
every time.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, the Sony's not called Naughty Dog. They're called Sony.
Exactly.
So and that's the thing. Like, let the God of War creators do something other than God of War 2. That'd be nice.
Yeah, let Santa Monica Studios let them do. Yeah, let them. I feel like they have other IPs under their belt, but yeah, they're
Xbox
probably
has
gonna
this
be
problem
working
too.
on it for a while.
Xbox is like, Coalition, let's put you on Gears of War forever. 343. Right. Would you like to make Halo Infinite for the rest of your lives? Congratulations.
And let's not forget Rareware. They have all these amazing fucking games, but let's have another patch update for Sea of Thieves.
Okay. So there's an interview that came out recently with Phil Spencer where he said something along the lines of, when I tease something, it's like, it's not just teasing for the sake of it. It's like, it's actually going to happen. In the same interview, right before he says that line, he says something along the lines of, and Banjo fans, I hear you, and then he goes on to say that.
Well,
they didn't even bring up Banjo in that interview.
Don't give me hope, Phil Spencer. If you yanking my, you better be fucking real. I swear to God, because I will buy, even if it's a remaster, I'll fucking buy all the Banjos, and hopefully that means there's going to be a third one. Nuts and Bolts can suck my nuts and bolts. I don't want to play that game.
Here's the other cool thing about this. Yesterday, a couple of insiders said that something is happening with Banjo. They just don't know what it is.
They were talking about the actual musical instrument. They were like, Phil Spencer's banjo, he's literally been plucking it this whole time. He's been tuning it.
He's playing dueling banjos all by himself. Next up, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 is fully revealed as Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So this is crazy.
I saw that.
The game is set to feature characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super, and they're touting it as the biggest roster in Dragon Ball history.
It's essentially like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but they're gonna like pile on the DLC and the season pass where you can get all these damn characters. But man, Budokai Tenkaichi 4. That's gonna be crazy. I did love Dragon Ball Fighters though. That was a really fun game. But this one would be fun. I guess it's better than Kakarot or whatever Dragon Ball games they came out with.
Yeah. I think this one is gonna be. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be great, but I think from a roster perspective, this is probably gonna deliver at the very least.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
Also, Joseph Ferris's game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, is getting a full-on remake. If you've never played a Joseph Ferris game, how could you? He's great.
I've heard of that game, but to be honest, I've never played that game.
It's good. It's really good. You control two characters at once. Like the left analog stick is, I think, the big brother, and the right analog stick is the little brother. And Like you have to solve puzzles and stuff. It's really really good. And you can there's a feature in the game where you can split the controls to another controller. And you can do it like co-op that way. It's a very good game. It came out during the 360 era on Xbox Live Arcade. Wish they'd bring that back. That'd be nice. So I recommend it. It's a really good game. Like it's not like a story game or whatever. This is like a walking simulator with puzzles. It's very much of its time, but it's short. It's like 4 or 5 hours. You get in, you get out. You can get it for, I would even say, $15. Even today, it's still pretty good. And definitely when this remake comes out, if you haven't played it, play it. Play this remake. You'll love it.
Okay.
It goes to everyone,
All right.
including you, Ted.
Especially Ted.
We got 2 more from the Game Awards. Guilty Gear Strive adds a new character called Elfette Valentine. I like Guilty Gear. This character is... I didn't watch the trailer, but let me tell you.
I saw it.
She's going to drive everyone on the internet wild.
She's basically a rocker. She's a punk rocker. She's got a guitar and she's just like, let me hear you say, oh, let me hear you say, yay.
She's Guilty Gear's version of Ramona Flowers or whatever.
It's another person for Lightning Eagle to draw. Speaking of which, Lightning Eagle, how you doing?
Oh, Ellie's in the chat. I haven't even
we've missed
the chat.
Oh, so we've missed a bunch
Trying
of
to
chat.
get through the news, honestly. But yeah, no, I'm super. I really want to get back into Strive. But I've bought so many fighting games this year that I've played 0 of them because I'm trying to get through them all. Like I bought Mortal Kombat 11, not the new one, sadly, because this is on sale, and Injustice 2. And I want to play Mortal Kombat. I don't really care much about Injustice, but yeah. Speaking of superheroes, though, Suicide Squad Killed This Justice League got a new trailer, and it looks kind of solid. Like probably the best trailer we've seen so far. This, I don't know if this game is gonna last, but it gave me more hope. I wish they'd let off with this trailer, because maybe I'd think a little bit differently of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted with this one. It's Rocksteady. I love Rocksteady. I love their Arkham games. I think they do very good work. It kind of made me a tad bit upset when they were going to make this game all online and they were going to have a lot of microtransactions. I was just kind of like, what happened to making a good game? You know, it just kind of like took away from that. But I do. This is going to be the last role of Kevin Conroy as Batman, and his voice is in the game as Batman.
Dude, I have
they
a theory.
Actually got his recording before he passed.
I got a theory. I think the end of the game is you killing Batman.
Now, wouldn't that be sad?
I think it is. Like, I think that's going to happen. And
then if he dies, it's going to be like, oh, that's in poor taste.
They showed one line of Batman in this trailer, and they kept him hidden for the rest of it. And the line that he says is like really dark. So, like in terms of its delivery, which I guess is normal Batman, but that's my theory at least. I don't know. I didn't read any of the leaked stuff for this game. Apparently, the entire script leaked like years and years ago. But I'm much higher on this game than I was before, so that's a good thing. We'll see. Now, in actual anime news, we don't got a lot. Spy Family Code White new trailer is out. Did you guys see this one?
I did see the trailer. The trailer looks like pure Spy Family. It looks good. Code White, because of all the snow on the ground, I'm guessing. I don't know. I could be lying.
All the cocaine
But,
they're about to do in this movie.
All the cocaine they're about to sniff and funnel up their buttholes. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. It's just a shame that they can't release it around this time now. It's gonna come out in Japan on the 22nd, I believe. But they're like, oh, you gotta wait till next year. It's like by that time, it's not gonna be cold anymore. Gonna watch a winter movie in the summer? Come on, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, we'll see. I saw people going wild on Twitter about the Lloyd and Yor stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, there was a lot of, if you know what I
A
mean.
lot of scissoring.
Uh huh.
Scissor me, daddy.
Sesame daddy ass. Ah!
Next up, second to last, My Hero Academia, 7th season is returning in spring 2024. What do you think about this, EA? I know you and Rising have a show, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to be quite honest, I haven't even watched the 6th season. I don't know. I just kind of not that I'm not interested in it. It's just like it. If I want to watch it, I know it's always saved and it's in my to watch list with 1,000 other fucking things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it because the 5th season was kind of boring to me. But it's almost like one of those. I know once I start watching it, I'll get back into it again. You ever just put something off for so long just because you know you're gonna get so into it? Because once
Elden
you do,
Ring.
you just right. Elden Ring. Starfield, you put that stuff off, and then once you get into it, you're like, I can't put this down. I gotta, we gotta. No, I'm not leaving this house. This is my where I live now.
Ellie said, this trailer got me screaming over Yor. Why is she so fine? Take me Yor. So this proves LE is a sub.
I think Ellie is a sub. He subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate you.
Last bit of news, if you're interested. I don't think we're going to cover this on KOA because I feel like it will not last. But Crunchyroll, January 6th debut for Solo Leveling anime. So it's coming soon. And they announced the entire English cast. So the main character is Sung Jinwoo. It's voiced by Alex Lay. Yu Jin Ho is voiced by Justin Briner. So that's a good one. Some other ones, Michelle Rojas is voicing Cha Hae In. I cannot speak any of these. But Choi is voiced by Ian Sinclair. And Bake is voiced by Christopher Sabat.
The Sabat.
Yes, the controversial.
And not Sean.
Sean will never voice in another anime again.
Oh, fuck no.
And I'll tell you why. Because I made sure of it.
Oh, okay. You laid down the trap? He's locked in the box like Gojo?
Yeah. I trapped him. I used my domain expansion, and I fucked him up. I kicked him really hard in the dick. And
they keep hitting me in the dick.
And when I use my domain dick kicking, as I call it, it sends whoever was kicked in the dick into it overloads them with information. So they don't know what they're doing for the next year. They're just comatose.
They're just like, where am I? What's my name? Who, huh? Come here, give me a hug. It's like, what the fuck? Get away from me.
So, yep, that's what I do. Kenny says boo.
Hey, Kenny. I also appreciate you because you subscribed to my channel and you gifted subs. He's a real one, for sure.
He's a real one. Kenny, he's the real MVP. KOA.
Also, Satsuki, are you okay, buddy?
I'm good.
Did your team win?
Yes. It shouldn't have gone down to the wire like that, but they had to make every game close for whatever reason.
They know you're watching. They want to give you a freaking seizure, man. Or a stroke, heart attack, something with your heart.
They're doing a good job. Almost there. Keep trying, buddy.
Huh.
Well, let's get into Gargantia.
Gargantia, our planet is so Gargantia. That's the Homeland theme song.
Yeah, they're going to turn you into an octopus.
Apparently, your team makes you drink too. Look at all that wild turkey gone.
The whole bottle's gone.
You're like, this is from this one game.
It's like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter.
But yeah, we got some interesting stuff happening. I mean, the last episode was what? And this episode was the aftermath of that, pretty much.
Yeah. So, I actually like this episode for a lot of different reasons. I don't think it's better than the last one, but I think the direction of the story is very interesting. And I'm still left in the dark as to how all of this is going to go down. But one of the key players in this episode was Pinion, who basically took charge and kind of established this new fleet. I don't think they have a name for themselves yet, but he established them as kind of their own nation in a way. In the same way that Gargantia is his own fleet, like they're their own superpower. They may not have like the same amount of people or resources, but they're vastly growing both of those things. And more importantly, they have the weaponry to back up their expansion. I mean, that's what you need. You need like a strong military to be able to thrive in a situation like this. So with Leto, Chamber, and now this new weaponry, which Chamber calls like rudimentary to like their technology because it's more advanced in space, but still it's more advanced than anything that Gargantia or any other pirates out there have. So they are pretty much nobody can touch them. Who knows how many years it would take for other people to develop that technology? Who's to say that they develop it in the first place? Because I mean, you had to have the idea sort of to get to that point. But yeah, they established themselves as a superpower. Pinion took charge. I'm surprised how fast things went with that in particular, because I mean, like he moved pretty quick. Like as soon as they finished the exploration, or as soon as the nest extermination thing was done, he got on, warned everybody about what would happen if they brought their ships any closer to theirs. And that was that. So like I said, interesting direction for the story. I think the more important thing is with Leto, but I'll hold off on that right now.
What did you think of Pinion essentially just sending out like a mass broadcast of just saying, "Hey, everyone, this is Pinion. If you want to mess with me, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So don't even try it. Don't think y'all are bitches."
Also, fuck you. I fucked your mom. He just starts doing like Xbox gamer, Call of Duty lobby threats and jokes.
Right. Just like, fuck you, bitch. Just leave.
He just starts ranting about how much he hates Bellows.
Oh my god.
All these times I wanted to just smack you up. I got a new girl with me that says, all right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then just shoots the cannon. It's like, what button do I push? What is it? We need more of her character. Where's she been this whole time?
Dude, She's so random.
She's just like the second in command, I'm guessing. Just all right, and then just shoots the cannon. And she has the same outfit too, the short shorts, and
Yeah.
she's got shorter hair though. But she's just, yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Pideon has a secret infatuation with Bellows. It's not hate, it's love.
Yeah. He has to get somebody that looks remotely like her. Yeah, you got short shorts. Come on, you're aboard.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to hit him one day. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Then an '80s love song plays. And they come more cute aliens.
Speaking of cute aliens, I mean,
They replayed it.
I thought the PTSD scene was very good.
Poor Elaine.
I'm pretty sure this is something we've seen in a whole bunch of anime television shows, but I don't know. It was just the imagery of where we see like what essentially is the eggs for the whale squids, and he's thinking about how he trampled over them, and then like the one scene where he like Chambers grabs one of the whale squids and like swishes to death. He imagines himself like personally doing it. It was very good imagery to sell the whole thing of him being traumatized essentially from the revelation that they were former humans, and him having to cope with that. Yeah, it was very powerful. And then I really love the conversation at the end with Leto and Chamber, because I was thinking that, okay, he figured out everything. Where do you go from here? I imagine that this is going to happen with Leto, with him feeling remorse and him having this trauma and PTSD. But Chambers brings up the point that they still need to eliminate them, because in a way the whale swiss are like true enemies to humanity, not just because they fought each other for all this time. It's because they literally rejected their humanity, evolved, and they are technically the superior species. It's not as if humans have the upper hand. And I like the point that he brought, that the mechs or the Yumboros or whatever you want to call them kind of keep humanity intact, because without those mechs, without that weaponry, they would essentially be, all humans would be extinct if the whale squids, because they would wipe them out otherwise. So I don't know. It was an interesting. I haven't seen many Gundam anime. I haven't seen any Gundam anime now that I think about it. Like the actual Gundam series, not like any series.
Like Gundam Wing and all that, yeah.
Yeah. And I know like the political, like the whole political thing is the center, like is a theme with all those type of series. But with this plot point in particular, I haven't seen this too much. Like mechs being utilized in this way to keep humanity, their sense of humanity intact like this. I thought it was very clever. And I really like that scene.
Yeah, it was pretty good, pretty well thought out, I thought, and just overall, because I agree. I thought the same thing as you, Sasuke. Where are they going to go from here? And I love how, Chamber is essentially AI. He's not going to disobey any orders. He's going to stick to the mission and do what he has to do. So in a way, he never, like he convinced Leto in a way of what needs to be done, but he also didn't like disobey an order, so to speak, where he has his priorities, but then he's been with Leto this whole time, so it's just interesting because he's not human, so that's just like his thought process, just artificially.
Yeah, and in a way, they both serve humanity's purpose in completely different function. Whereas with Leto, him not killing the well Swizz appeals to his sense of just like kind of like just decency as a human being. Like most people don't want to kill other people. And if you knew somebody, a creature that was a former human, I think you would also have that same type of hesitation. So he appeals to humanity's side when it comes to the emotional aspect. And I guess you could just say like what's in the soul of a human, whereas Chamber appeals to the survivability of humanity, like extending the lifespan of humanity as far as he can. That's the side he goes to. So you can see both sides and why not what Chamber needs to do because he doesn't have a will of his own, but
Right.
the purpose of Chamber comes from humans trying to survive, and Leto is a human being himself, so you can understand where he's coming from. So how those ideals conflict, very interesting. I don't know how the Colonel is going to be in all of this because the Colonel now is going to have power that supersedes Leto. Up to this
Yeah.
point, Leto has been able to do whatever whatever he wants. In fact, I mean, him even figuring out that the Well Swizz were former humans, he had that luxury because there was no other commanding officer who had as much power as he had, him being the lieutenant. But now that the colonel's here, Chamber isn't going to listen to Leto anymore. He's going to listen to the colonel. Whatever the colonel says, that's what goes. So I wonder how things, if he does have power stripped from him like that, I wonder how things will go.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going to be very interesting to see because now that the Colonel's here, like, what's going to happen now? I mean, when
Orgy.
when we first, I don't think an orgy's happening.
With the Well Swizz.
Celebratory
Oh
orgy.
Jesus! They tentacles always have to have tentacles in this fucking anime. But what I was getting at was, last we saw them, they were on the same side fighting against the Hideos. Now, the Colonel's on the opposite side, so to speak, like in the distance, but we don't know if he's friend or foe, or maybe he's gone crazy and he's a different person. Who knows? Guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I thought this was pretty awesome because this was the twist from Metal Gear Solid 2, but from a different, trying to achieve in a different way. And what that is that Chamber is an AI that is trying to protect humanity. And to do that, he is controlling humanity. He is leading humanity. Because humanity is too stupid to be left on their own to make their own decisions. So the AI is used to help them make the correct decisions that will help them prosper into the future. That's Metal Gear Solid 2. That's also what's happening to us right now in our own time. And I think I just like it. I like that twist. I always like that because it's like we as humanity, even in this world, in this show, humanity decided that to survive, you either integrate with technology, which is the mechs and the AI, or you evolve, which is what happened with the cute alien creatures. So I thought it's really interesting. It's like they're both the same thing too. At the end of the day, it's like it's just one's a machine. You either become a machine or you become something more and evolve. And I love it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was just as good as last episode with the twist too.
I think what makes it so good is just the paradoxical nature of it. It's like to further humanity, you have to reject like a human human nature itself in a way. And that's what we see with the Well Swids, with the Hediots. They rejected their flesh to become evolved beings for the sake of being able to survive in space, because Earth was about to go through another ice age and they thought it was over and they needed to inhabit other planets. So again, it's a side of, okay, do we evolve but forsake our human bodies, or do we stay humans with the knowledge that we are staying stagnant in our abilities and what we can do in our intelligence, because there's what they perceive to be like a cap. So it's super interesting.
It is. It like it gets into the idea of like us as human creatures, as we've evolved over hundreds and thousands of years, how like we slowly start to create something to correct all of our flaws. And I think and that's like just another example of this. Like, it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And hats go off to this studio, the director, the writers. This is an anime original. You know, I feel like this is one of the more better ones. And I know people like to shit on, anime originals. Because, I don't know. I feel like I like to give anime a chance, but, you know, there's those others that are just like, if it's not based on a manga, it's not good. But it's like, you can't just judge it based off that. I mean, there's plenty of good ones. Isn't that Bocchi Rock one, isn't that an anime original?
I believe so, yeah.
And people love the shit out of it. It just really depends on, you know, because a long time ago, all animes used to be originals. You know, they weren't based. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure there was still the mangas, you know, and Adelaide Battle Angel and all that other, or Astro Boy and whatnot. But I mean, there was like more originals than there was manga adaptations, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. But
Space Battleship Yamato, that was an anime.
Yeah. Bocchi the Rock was a manga first.
Oh,
I agree.
See, there you go. Everything's a manga adaptation. I guess
Carol and
what
Tuesday, Cowboy Bebop.
Yep,
Space
anything
Standard.
from Shiro Watanabe.
Kill I Kill, Madoka Magica, Psycho Pass, Fate
Your
Zero.
mother.
God, hey.
I resent that. She is an anime original. Oh, wait, you did say that. I stand corrected.
I cry.
But this is a good one. This is a good one, and I feel like this is one that doesn't get as much praise as other shows did, and it got buried underneath everything that fucking year, and I don't blame it. You know, Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, you know, Snafu, all those came out the same year, so this was bound to get lost.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go ahead and get into our next show, Oro. Rurouni Kenshin.
Oro.
Usually I find myself often just pretty much kind of like this is kind of like my Coast series, where I'm just like, I sit there, I watch it, and I go, funny color. And yeah, so I like this episode, but what did you guys think about it?
I didn't know what to expect. I think we had kind of a theory, Sasuke, where we said that this was going to be one where Kenshin was going to lose finally, and I thought that was going to be the case, because very first attack, he just gets stabbed right through the chest. I'm like,
Wait.
oh,
Wait.
oh damn.
Wait, yeah. I'm a cheat here, and
You're a cheat?
I'm a cheat and say I was still right. Keep going, but I'm gonna explain that point.
Okay. All right.
Further.
All right, fine. He gets stabbed. He pretty much, I don't know, he kind of has to revert back to his old ways, and Karu was very upset by all this. You know, she was just like, oh no, it's like how it was with Gin or whatever the guy's name was. He's gonna revert back to crazy eyes Kenshin. Essentially, is what happens, and that's what happened. He becomes like his old self because I think I don't know. I feel like Kenshin's power is it's almost kind of like how when Inuyasha becomes full demon, he gets stronger. That's kind of how I look at it. But in this case, the more I don't know, he gets hit. And if he's reminded of his past, he remembers how he used to be, and then he digs deep into that form and just kind of like gets the worst of him out, which is apparently stronger than his good side. But good fights. Karo and Yahiko were just cheerleaders this episode. Go, Kenshin, go. Go, go, Kenshin, go. Well, Karo wasn't really cheering much. She was more like,
crying.
Why? I wanted to lose my virginity to you. But that's what she said.
That's word for word, verbatim.
Word for word. She's like, Kenshin, Yamate, virgin. but yeah, they start scrapping at the end for sure. They go fisticuffs. They get to the point where it's like, I hate you. No, I hate you. I hate you more. I'm gonna beat that ass. Cool fighting. Fantastic beard and mustache arrives at the end. That's about all we know. He's got the kind of mustache, and really nice beard and mustache combo. You don't see much beard and mustache combos in anime because everyone's clean fucking shaven.
Yeah, that's
in anime.
That's a good point. Yeah,
we need more beards in anime. I'm bringing it back. 2024 hashtag beards in anime.
Gojo's gonna come out of the box and he's gonna have a full ass beard.
He could.
Right, he could. He didn't have anything to shave. I mean, unless he uses one of the skeletons to shave his face.
I'm pretty sure if they did like a bearded Gojo, that would work. Remember when they did that to was it Ryu in Street Fighter? Where he became a mountain man and he had like a beard, and everyone
Ryu,
on Twitter was thirsting after him.
I mean, beards automatically make you look better. I don't care what anyone says. I know. Well, when I was in high school, I was growing the hair on my face. Like, I was a high school student and still like had some chin. And I didn't have the full beard, but anyway, people were like, "Ew, beards are so gross." 20 years later, beards are all the rage, all the thing.
Yeah, you just gotta maintain them.
I was ahead of the curve. That's all I know.
Yeah, if you know how to maintain a beard, they 9 times out of 10 they look good. So, not that hard. Got to put some.
Just have that beard oil.
Beard oil.
Any neck beard stuff. Just be sure to get rid of the stubbles. Be sure to dye it.
Satan.
Yeah, pray to Satan. Just a little bit of that, and then your beard's immaculate.
And you know how to play the fiddle.
Yes, just like good old
Charlie Daniels.
That's a Charlie Daniels. For some reason, I was thinking of John Deere, but I'm like, that's not his name.
All right. I wanted to say this. Last podcast, I said that Kenshin was going to lose this fight. I know what we saw with this episode you may think that contradicts what I said last time, but no. Himura Kenshin lost this fight. And after he lost, the person that resurged was one, Hitokiri Batosai.
Ah, okay. You're right.
And to back up my point, not only was he losing himself throughout the fight more and more and more, but first of all, I want to say, obviously, I didn't think this was going to happen, obviously. But I'm going to just keep going on with the point. The more and more he lost himself in the fight, he even says when it's happening, he didn't say this verbatim like this, but essentially he says he's going to kill him. So the Kenshin that we knew of the no killing rule and all of that, and that was actually one of the factors in why I thought he would lose, is because he upheld that up to this point. But he got to this point to where he had to basically revert to himself from over a decade ago, because I knew that this was not an opponent he could hold back on. He's just too strong from how he was able to get rid of Sonosuke with like no issue at all. I knew this was going to be an opponent that he could not remain the same person if he wanted to win. I didn't think he was going to win, but yeah. Now as for yes,
the Gripper Storm said he didn't lose this fight, but he didn't not lose it.
Oh my god! He did not lose the fight.
That's gonna be used for every fucking thing. I swear to God.
Oh man, but as for the bearded guy, like who he is, we don't really know exactly. They gave us his name, Okubo. Based on I didn't really like the dialogue that Sonosuke was giving us during the fight, just because I really don't like when dialogue is put for the sole intent of informing the audience of how things are going to play out, or to basically, because I really hate when the way Dragon Ball Z does this shit, to basically try to fool you into thinking that there's actual stakes or tension with the fight. They're like, oh my god, there's no way Cell survived that ki barrage, as if anybody doesn't fucking wake up from a ki barrage. And I was like, what? All right.
My grandma can wake up from a ki barrage in the Z universe.
As soon as you see that smoke clearing very slowly, just know your grandma is walking out going,
but how could he?
Is but a scratch.
The Prince of all Saiyans. My ki barrage is the greatest ki barrage of all time.
My bills hit harder than that. But yeah, because Sonosuke was basically giving us his dialogue was foreshadowing Okubo coming into this and basically illuminating who he was, because he remarks that nobody can stop him. No, nobody can stop those two right now. They're back in the old, what did they call it? Bakumatsu?
The Bakugan era?
The Bakugan era. where we used to duel like men.
Throws ball, hits Kenshin in the eye. Kenshin goes blind.
I used to love that show. I'm trying to remember the intro of
They're doing a new version of it.
Really? I'm not going to watch it, but...
Nobody is. I don't think.
Like,
unless you're a kid.
Kids. Right.
But yeah, the was it Bakumatsu? Bakumatsu?
Yes.
Okay, Bakumatsu era. Sonosuke said that only somebody from that era, a warrior of that era, could stop them. Obviously, since the guy was able to stop them, and he knew who Hajime was, and Kenshin remarks that he put Hajime up to this. He's somebody of that era. Now, Hajime wasn't actually the leader of their group. The Shinsei Gumi. I'm pretty sure he's probably the leader of them, or the former leader of them, and that's why he has so much authority. I mean, it's only one more episode left, so it's not like many of these plot points I'm talking about are going to be resolved, because there's only one more episode left of Kenshin. But
is there really only one more left?
Yeah, only 24 episodes.
Oh man,
damn! Kenshin's gonna have to hurry up and smash out with Kaoru for Kaoru.
I know. She wants to lose her virginity bad.
I can't think that this is going to get a second season, so this is probably it. But who knows? So? I mean,
I thought it was. I thought it's getting a full adaptation. Thought that was the goal of this.
I mean, like crazier things have gotten season 2, so I wouldn't be that surprised.
You're so right. So, and some that have not.
And then a lot of things didn't get season 2, you know.
Oh, I swear the 2010s just cock teased so many anime into not getting season 2s. Oh.
Yeah. But I mean that was pretty much the episode. I thought another thing that was interesting was that they finally gave us really like a timestamp for how much time elapsed, which is 3 months. Kind of makes sense.
How much has happened in 3 months?
Yeah.
Man. Just trouble follows Kenshin wherever he goes, for sure. It's like, I just want to spend 3 months in this fucking village without fighting anybody, and I have to fight everybody every fucking week. Essentially, when you think about it, 3 months, what is that, 4 weeks and a month? That's 12. Yeah, about 12 weeks. So this man has had to fight somebody every 3 days. When you really think about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it says the series will readapt the original manga series.
So I'm sure they'll say next week, they'll probably at the very end, see you in the spring or something.
See you later, alligator. That's it.
Total.
No more.
See you, space cowboy. It's like, but this isn't Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that's funny.
My God, if
we're here to
Kenshin
reveal
just
it first.
Kenshin at the very end, you know, he gets in the fight, he gets like all these stab wounds, and he looks at the camera and goes, "Bang."
Did Kenny just ask the question that should never be asked?
What did he ask?
C, can you cover ReZero Season 3, please?
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't even know the lore.
You don't know the KOA lore. Does Kenny know my absolutely pitch perfect Rem impression?
Who needs ReZero when we have Rim on the show? So, you know, EA, can you?
All right, I have to get in the character. I'm sorry. It's been a minute. It's me, Rem.
Rim. How is it? How is it? You know, being asleep.
Oh, it's very tiring.
I'd imagine. Yes.
Also, where's my boyfriend?
Subaru?
I don't think that's your boyfriend.
He's my fucking boyfriend, damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but he messing around with Amelia.
For some reason I thought he liked cat girls. Cat boys.
Oh, he's messing around with him too.
That two-timing motherfucker.
Turns out Subaru is also banging your sister.
Wait.
Well, I'm going back to bed now.
Also, remember the furry? Her too.
Good night.
Furry?
Yeah, what's her name?
Who's
Frederico?
the furry?
Oh.
Wasn't that the Catboy?
No, the maid.
Yeah, the maid.
Oh. The arms.
Wow, our concurrent jumped up to 14 viewers. EA, keep doing the Rim impression. Bring Rim back.
I am awake.
Rim.
Hi. Yes, I am here. Let me put on my dress.
I need you, if you can convince me in one sentence to do ReZero Season 3 content, I'll do it. But you have to convince me. One sentence.
One sentence? That's gonna be a tough one. Who's your favorite character?
I don't know. I like Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
No, from the damn show.
ReZero?
Yes.
None of them.
Just lying.
You're lying. You know who's gonna be there?
Ooh, is
Puck.
that the cat or is that the one from Berserk?
The damn cat.
Why'd you call it a damn cat?
Because he's a part beaver. Get it?
Bam. Okay.
Damn cat.
Go back to sleep, Ram.
I think I need more sleep, but please, see, you gotta watch it. Do it for Kenny. Do it for everyone that loves this channel. All the people that came and watched, and now they're gone now because of me. So bye.
You brought them to the dance, and they're leaving because of you. Thanks.
Wait, come back. Come back.
Okay, Kenny. I'll compromise and not do it.
What a compromise.
You can't make me do shit. Anyways, anything else about Kenshin? I cry.
That's about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode and seeing what happens. I swear, if he dies and says "bang," I'm gonna look at you and say, "I told you."
And then
You
Kaoru
did
says,
it.
"What about my virginity?" That's the end.
and then that's when Sanosuke comes in and goes, "I may be busted and broken, but I can still get it up."
But I can still bust. Oh, that's horrible.
It is.
I'm never gonna say that word again. Let's talk about JJK season 2, episode 20.
Oh,
Do we like this one? I like this one. Toto.
I mean, okay. Here's what I'll say. Who's the creator of JJK again?
Gege
Gege.
Akutame.
His name is Gay?
Yeah,
Gege. Like,
Gay.
yeah.
Okay. Gege, you're a piece of shit. You kill off Nobara, and then you're like, look at this very next scene. Aren't they so cutesy wootsy together? This is what we could have if I wasn't a piece of shit. Oh, we're so great. We're so happy. La 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 la.
He killed another character this episode. Mekamaru.
Who?
He died.
He was already dead.
Well, he was still alive as like a little thing. Yeah. Well, his conscience was connected through.
You know what? I thought of something too when I was watching this. Well, first let me finish what I was gonna say, and then I'll, I guess, get into that. So Gege, not cool. Because then right after that, we cut to the hole inside of Nobara's face eye crater, and a face hole. Then you have the audacity to have it the POV of the actual hole, looking up at Yuji. I'm like, oh, that is just raw. You're just doing that on purpose. But also, this is all Mekamaru's fault.
And go on. I'm interested.
He was their mole from all this, right?
Yes.
He could have fucking told them all what was going to happen and didn't do this. Instead, he wanted to grow himself a penis and a body so that he could just be like, hey, Miwa, I'm dead now. I wanted to protect you. I mean, I'm so glad you went and protected her. You didn't protect anyone else of importance, but yeah, this is all his fault. He could have at least said, by the way, I'm playing both sides of the field. I'm pretending to be a mole with this guy. Secretly, don't go into Shibuya alone. Just know that when it happens, shit's gonna go down. Bring all the people, because people are gonna die. But that's, I don't know, neither here nor there, I guess, because things have happened already. I just think Mechamaru is just an idiot when it comes to all this.
I don't think anything would have changed with his interference in that way because considering who Gojo is, I don't think anybody would imagine that they will be able to seal him. Just look how the
I don't
Hanami and
know. I mean, if he would have told him who it was, though, you think he would have changed his mind?
I don't think Gojo would have changed anything he did, considering how strong he is.
Like
I
if
mean,
he said Geto was still alive, like because Gojo didn't
I think
know.
that would make him act faster. I think that would make him act faster. I don't think Gojo's the type to go, oh, it's danger. Let me hang back for a second and make sure everything's. I think he's one of those. Considering how strong he is, he's gonna go, oh well, that's what they got for me. He already knew that something was up during the fight. He knew something wasn't right, and he still went through with it.
Yeah. Very, very true. I don't know. I guess I just don't like Mechamaru. Like, I feel like he's yet another character that's kind of just there. I mean, I like
It's perfect for
Mechamaru.
Miwa.
Oh, yeah, he's perfect for Miwa. They both can do nothing together. You know, they can just literally sit in a corner and go, "What do you want to do tonight, sweetie?" Nothing. Sounds good to me. Okay, good night.
He just starts licking Miwa's hair. He was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, sorry, I thought you were a popsicle.
He was licking. He wouldn't even do that. He seems like a guy that wouldn't even attempt to do anything, not even hold someone's hand. Just, oh, I don't want to cross any boundaries or anything, but your hair looks like a popsicle. I wish I could lick it. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah. Huh? Well, now let's just continue to sit in silence.
Yeah, but can I lick it though?
Like, she's like, no.
You sure? I'll be quick.
I'm positive, Mechamaru. Get your deformed ass over there. Yeah, I guess he can't be all to blame, but I don't know. I was just kind of sitting back thinking about that. I'm like, he was a mole this whole time. He could have at least said something. And then he intentionally like put some of the Jujutsu sorcerers away from everything just so that everyone else can fucking die. I don't know. I mean, I hope he went down there instead of up there.
Oh, he's. I don't think there's a place for Mechamaru in with the big man.
He was acquired by Facebook. That's his fate. He's now Facebook.
I want to say, so let me get this straight. You played both sides of the field. You were pretending to be a mole, and you essentially got all of your friends killed.
And you did it all for the color blue.
And you did it all for a blue raspberry flavored popsicle. Is that about right? Yes. He just pulls the lever.
It was the wrong shade of blue.
The Crevice Storm says if Gojo knew about Geto, could he have pulled off the part where he sees Geto and freezes for a minute in his mind? I don't know. I don't know. Just because there's always the possibility he still wouldn't believe what he was seeing, considering that he pulled off the thing where he like lifted his forehead and you see the brain. So I still think there is something to be surprised, even if you would know who's behind it. I mean, it's still like a pretty haunting picture of your former friend either way. And then he would just have wonder as to like, okay, I killed Geto though. There's no way this person is Geto. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, well, all I can say about this episode is once I got past all that part, it was actually a nice comeback to see fucking Toto. Yes, Toto. And just how he was just being a badass doing his clapping technique and fighting. And I
He was
almost,
clapping cheeks.
he really was. He sure was. Uh, I I almost kind of hated how they made it seem like, oh, is Nubara actually dead, or could she be alive? Don't give me hope, Gege. I know your devilish ways. Don't give me hope. You're making me
Gege,
think that she's gonna be alive and she's not.
Gege sees this and he makes an extra chapter or an extra page at the end of the next chapter where it's just they're burying her body like in a grave.
They're lighting it on fire, freaking pissing on the ashes. Yeah, exactly. Just oh, I don't.
Keith Richards starts snorting a pile of ashes.
My God, I understand it's the way that it was said too, because it was the I treated her wounds like you said, but I'm pretty sure she's dead. Her eyes were fucking open and she laid there motionless. I'm pretty sure she's dead. I'd be surprised if she was alive, but they took her body.
Yeah, what if they plan to use her body for like something?
What?
Like they're gonna
for
put
what?
like,
what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
What if I don't know, like, you know how there's like Sukuna, right? What if there's like other entities in JJK that are like that, where it's like souls that, or like cursed spirits that don't inhabit any bodies?
So you're saying they're gonna put a soul up in Nubara?
They're gonna
Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. I'm more of just kind of like pining about like why they explicitly said that and didn't say she's fucking dead.
I think it's just a cock tease, to be honest. I honestly feel like it's nothing more than just because. I mean, look what happened last episode. I think we talked about to ad nauseum, where it was just so crushing. Then we had the very first couple minutes of this episode. Tee hee hee. Weren't these good times, everybody? And then just death. And then just more of that. Oh, she could be alive. I wish she would be alive, but I don't know. That's pretty dead as dead could possibly be. And the fact, what you told me, see, that he rushed this to kind of like go with on par with JJK season 1 to kind of like say, hey, look at what I'm doing. I don't know. Doesn't give me any hope, so to speak.
I think we're also still like JJK's like what in the late 200s or mid 200s right now, right, Tatsuki?
Yeah.
Didn't
200, I believe like 200. I don't know the exact number, but yeah, 200 something.
I'll say this. I don't think it's even close to being over. Like, I think this is going to last at the very least like 200 more chapters. So
he's going to wait till all the good guys are dead, and then the bad guys will have no one to fight other than themselves.
Yeah, it's going to be at the Jaegerists one in AOT. Just the Jaegerists turn on each other.
Oh my God. The whole world is just completely like demons and souls and everything. Sukuna like is on top of a freaking throne just going, life is good. And then he just gets bored. Whatever. I'm just gonna start killing people. And then it turns into a completely different show. No. Sukuna's the main protagonist.
No, Nobara then wakes up. And then we get one-eyed Nobara with a peg leg.
Oh, and she becomes a pirate.
She becomes a pirate. Because she suffered brain damage from being shot in the head by Yuji.
She doesn't even know her own name. She's like, I be Captain Jack. Who took my eye? I, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain. Oh, okay, I'm not going to sing the whole song. But, yeah, okay. Animation was great. Toto fighting. Everybody thinks Yuji is their brother. Satsuki?
Yuji's my brother.
Is Yuji
too.
your brother?
He's no kin to me.
Okay, so there you go. C said it was his brother. I don't remember. How come he's everybody's brother?
Or maybe you got to get punched by him one time.
I guess because we haven't seen blood swords yet. He thinks he's his brother.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
Choso.
waiting for him. I'm waiting. I just thought of something. Where the fuck is Mei Mei?
Swinging
Where's
those
Geto
hips.
and Mei Mei?
Making out
They
with
have
her little brother.
I swear to God. But we haven't seen her this whole time, and now Toto's here fighting Mahito. It's like, is Mei Mei also dead? Like, what the fuck just happened? It's like he forgot about her and would just wanted to focus on Yuji fighting and everything, which is fine. I guess he's the main character, whatever. But at least kind of like touch base. It's like, oh, there she is. She's getting ripped apart. Okay, now we know where she is.
She's got a bad case of the smallpox. Dealing with.
Just all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, just I don't think I can go on, wee wee, or whatever the fuck is
Wee wee.
her brother's name is. Is it wee wee?
It's ooey ooey.
Oh, ooey ooey.
Wee wee wee. I love
Wee wee.
my brother.
I love my brother in that way.
The two things I like in this world is baguette and my brother. And my brother's baguette.
Oh my. Maybe I don't want to know where she is. You know,
W6 says. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, I was gonna say if she really is, you know, with wee wee touching his wee wee, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
QRW6 says Rico's maid was confirmed dead without us seeing it, but Nobara is still unknown.
Yeah,
Also, Decrepit Storm brings up a good point. Maybe Gege is going to do something with Nobara in the manga now that she's dead in the anime. That would be a him move.
I just, with the amount of time that elapsed in the manga, for you to do something with Nobara after all of this time, you had to justify all that time she wasn't there. Which, I mean,
you got to come up with something good.
Not only that, but I feel like this is one of these. It's like a catch-22 situation, because if she's not dead, then what
was the point?
Yeah, like what exactly was the point of for holding this over our head for this long? Like, what was the point of all the teasing? You know, if you just presented her as dead after this, I still have my issues with it, but we can kind of leave it at that, and it's whatever. But the fact that this has been a lingering discussion within the fan of, is Nobara going to come back? Is she really dead, or is she really not? And it's to the point to where, you know, not spoiling anything that the actual events in the manga, but the stakes have been raised so high in the manga. I have no idea why Nobara being in the store would be relevant. I can't see what point it would serve. Nobara could not hang with Mahito at all. The problems that we're facing now are supersede Mahito, his strength.
Yeah,
so
what if you gave her a pint and a shillelagh?
She's not going to be goddamn pirates.
What if she
I
becomes
would question where she got
Irish?
that from.
She got it from Finlay.
She just turns into Shrek. Oh, donkey, come here and let me get me some doubloons. She doesn't know what the fuck she is.
On the cobblestone.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Oh God. But yeah, overall good. Like, I definitely agree with this sentiment right here in the notes, where Jujutsu Kaisen becomes Gurren Lagann. Freaking that scene, that was probably like the best part of the whole episode, where it just turns all neon and, or not neon, but just all different colors of the rainbow spectrum and everything. Is just, yeah, that was fucking cool. but now it looks like we're above the subway and we're up on solid ground again.
They destroyed the subway.
I feel like it's a little late to care about the subway when a whole fucking chunk of the city is gone.
200-meter radius was melted into nothing.
Like, we got to do something about that subway. Kidding me? Look at that fucking crater over there. Why don't we worry about the subway? Oh, we got to fill in that pothole. Are you not listening to me?
Gonna cause a lot of issues in the future. We better patch this up.
I wonder what's gonna fucking happen after this. You know, like, how are they gonna even try to cover this up? Like, that's gonna take a lot of convincing. I mean, you're literally just gonna have to tell.
Give her a shovel.
Give her useless position. It's like, hey, you ever seen one of these? Yeah, it's a shovel. Yeah, use it. Just help her start putting. Thank you, Mekamaru. Piece of shit. He was like crying that whole time on the train, but now she's like cussing his name. She's shoveling this shit because of you.
Speaking of her crying face, they may be overworked, but goddamn, that detail.
Did you feel something?
I was almost thinking that too. I was like, was it more than just the crying scene?
I mean, I cry too. I cry for fun as a sport. I respect it. I respect the crying. You guys think I like Miwa or something?
Not think. Not think.
Not think. We know.
You know.
I don't know if I like any female from JJK.
I mean, you literally 10 minutes ago said you wanted to lick her like a popsicle.
No. Mekamaru said he wanted to lick her like a popsicle.
They came from your lips. So that's another clip I could use against you. I mean, you were the one that said that, sir.
Yeah. I mean, the female characters aren't Gege's strong point, in my opinion, but I mean, the strong point we saw in this episode, the villains, which we talked about last podcast. I'm pretty sure the podcast before that. Mahito really impresses me. I said that, and I still stand by this. Sukuna's still my favorite character, but I think in the villainy aspect of just antagonizing the MC in particular, I think Mahito is the best villain in Jujutsu Kaisen, bar none. I don't think any villain post Shibuya, so I'm talking about manga events, is better than Mahito in terms of, again, antagonizing the MC, being a pest, his presence as just pure evil, because all he exists to be is true to what he is, a curse. He is a true curse. Even the way he fights is so interesting to me. One of my favorite moments in the episode is when he's pulling out a lot of crazy things.
But
he
doesn't
pulls
pull out.
What?
You don't know what that is. You don't know what pulling out is.
All right. So Mahito. I mean, they almost had that one scene when they were kissing on the elevator, so I would hope that he will pull out. But he pulls out this like curse train. And what's funny to me about it is that he could do anything with his power. Basically, he could shape it in any form. He pulls out a train just because they're on a train station, and it's always kind of just to troll people. It's not just that he wants to fight you because, you know, it's pretty useful. But it's always this element of personality with his abilities that I really like about him. You know, he's not just setting out to kill you. He's out there to completely humiliate. Why can't I say this word? He humiliate you. Jesus Christ. And just put you at your lowest point. And I don't think any villain, Sukuna kind of reached those levels in terms of villainy, but Mahito, man, he's great at his job.
Yeah.
Give him a raise.
I hate him, but you're supposed to. That's what a good villain does.
Oh man, the first thing he does in this episode, he pulls out a Black Flash. Like nobody hypes that up, but do you know how crazy that is? I think that's the first time he does it too.
I think
within
so.
the whole series. That's insane. He's the first one to pull a Black Flash like that. And that kind of just set the stakes for everything because you could see throughout the fight he's growing and learning different abilities. I mean, he already killed Nobara and now he's fighting Yuji and Toto at the same time, which this duo was able to contend with Hanami but not outright beat her. But and that was Yuji when he was weaker. And Mahito is still hanging with these guys even though he was weakened.
Yeah, it's a shame that Nobara couldn't live to weaken him some more, because she certainly did. She certainly did something with that power, but
she built a couple homes with it. You know, hammer and nail.
She was
charity.
A very, very great volunteer down at the shelter, but
I don't like that scene where he says she was nothing, but she did this to me. I get it that you're trying to give Nobara some type of stake in a fight or like relevance in a fight by having that moment of monologue with Mahito. But don't tell us that she did something. Show us.
Yeah.
Because right now you're not really showing that Nobara had any impact on this fight. You can't tell me, she took out like 20% of my power. What the hell does that mean? I don't like it. I don't like it when a lot of shonen does this. Dragon Ball Z is the biggest example of like power levels, and I'm at 50%, 60%, 70%.
I'm a grade 3 Super Saiyan.
Yeah. I don't know what that actually means. You had to actually show. You can't just say that and then I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, now I'm supposed to pay attention.
60%. He's almost to 100.
It's so arbitrary to me. It loses its meaning when you don't really back that up with anything, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to see somebody later on go, well, I'm at 50% right now, and they don't even talk like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we have no sense of we have no sense of what 50% or anything of that means. We just know that he's not as strong as he was before. But I mean, did he look weaker to you?
Not really.
He looked stronger than me.
Didn't he also say that? I'm sorry, see, real quick. Didn't he also say that he was close to reaching some other level now?
Yeah, he's evolving throughout the fight. And I say all of this not to say that he is. I'm not saying he's not weakened by what Nobara did. I'm saying I don't think it was a great way to show that Nobara did something with this presentation. I think they should have shown it, like whether it be like him, like I don't know, like spitting out throughout the fight, like some type, like him slowing down the fight, something like that.
Right.
But as for him, like evolving and evolving. So when you hit the Black Flash, it's not just a reminder for people if they don't remember. When you hit a Black Flash, it's not just you're hitting a critical attack. I don't remember how Jujutsu Kaisen explained it, but this is how I remember it. When you hit a Black Flash, it's tantamount to going in a zone. Like if you play any sports, basketball for me, because that's the one I relate to. There are these moments where you enter what you call the zone. I mean, you could apply this to like gaming too. Like, you know, you get like a kill or whatever. And then for whatever reason, you can't really explain it. It's not something that you could just tap into at any given time for
the
whatever
flow state.
reason, everything connects. Like in basketball, you hit a shot for whatever reason, everything connects. You can't miss for whatever reason. You just dropping shot after shot after shot. That's what Black Flashes do. So when you hit one of those, it's like you start to get in that state of almost like awakening. And that's what it does. So that's why it's important that every single person, even though Toto didn't do anything to Mahito because he can't affect his soul, it's important that he landed the Black Flash because now he's getting into the zone of the fight. So that's why that last thing of Mahito and Toto and Yuji being side by side, great, great. I almost wanted to call it a panel because it's basically just a colored manga panel that they had right there. But yeah, like that's to show you that everybody right now is really into this fight. Like the battle technically has really begun.
I don't know how Yuji can keep going. I mean, I know he got like healed by that one dude, but he's not. I guess according to him, he can't like bleed or get cut up anymore or whatever. But he can't be full, like at full power. So he's definitely got to be hurting. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Toto just started, so he's good.
He just stops his wounds from worsening. But that's it. That's basically it. I mean, it's basically like putting ointment and then like instant, not healing. It's just instant. Stop from bleeding.
It's like you pour some juice
Vaseline
on your hand in Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah, it's Dasani.
I mean, no. I mean that you almost get your legs cut off. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure these next. How many episodes do we have left?
4.
We're on episode 20, so yeah.
Okay, so 4.
Season 3 is confirmed
we're gonna
as well. So,
what is it? Well, that's a shock of the century. But I think these next couple episodes are going to be badass. At least when it comes to the animation and the fighting, it's going to be fun. It's going to be straight up fighting. Not the second, but the minute they kill Mahito, I'm going to be jumping up and down going, yeah, you're dead. Your ass is dead, motherfucker. Yeah, you dead.
Do you think he's going to die this arc?
I hope so. Because they're building him up to be this really epically bad person. He's already killed 2 people. If they don't even, I don't know, cut something off of him, it's going to be disappointing. He just brushes it off like a fucking hangnail. I'm going to be pissed. But
think about how long Raku survived.
Yeah. But that is true. But he's not just going to run away now. After that stupid speech he said, he's like, this is war. You thought this was a game. I don't think he's going to run after that. So
I wouldn't put it past him. Ultimately, he doesn't really care. He'll lie. He'll do whatever it takes.
That's true, but I don't know. He seemed really into the fight. Like he has that smile the whole time. You know, that, I'm getting excited. I'm almost close. I do think he's going to get.
That's what she said.
Probably gonna get more powerful, but because it seems like he's closing in on something, and I don't know what that something is. So that something's gonna make him powerful. I don't know how much more powerful, or if it's like a powerful attack. I don't know. It's something like that, but I feel like Toto. Well, where are these other sorcerers? I know some are on a train crying about a dead robot, but it's like, where is like the other sorcerers? I feel like there's a lot of people I don't know what happened to them. It's just like, where are they? Are they just sitting back going, Oh yes, this is quite a wonderful fight.
Yes,
Just sipping on some Mai Tais and
I
shit.
quite enjoyed these two fighting.
Oh
I
yes,
see.
yes. I see this in a fight, and that boy is very nice.
Yes, they killed the short one.
Oh, I love that. I
Very
love that
shocking.
pipe, Sasuke. Can you do the voice?
Hold on, hold on.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yes, yes, yes. I quite enjoy this fight. Yes. Yes.
Let's play some games. What do you want to? You want to wager a bet? Who's going to win?
I want to play the game where Shibuya gets totally destroyed and everyone within it dies.
Oh,
Yes, it piques my fancy.
Oh, you're on. You're on me, boy.
How preposterous.
You sizzle my bacon.
Your efforts are futile.
One thing Maito hasn't pulled out yet, though, is
His dick?
I think
That's
he pulled
two
that out.
dick references.
I think he pulled that out. I would be surprised if he hasn't. But
Yeah, it's like a fucking blade.
he still hasn't done it. He still hasn't done it.
Oh yeah,
ready
his
for
domain
it?
expansion. That's right. I forgot he could do that. See, that's
What's so crazy about the fight. I mean, like he's just using his curse techniques, and he used the Black Flash, but he hasn't pulled out domain expansion, which it's pretty OP.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's quite done yet. So I'm curious to see what happens for sure.
Well, let's move on to the next anime, which ironically has the character that could end the entire Shibuya incident itself from even being an incident with, her kiss attack, which is Frieren. Episode 14.
You think if she would have done that to Ghetto, that all of a sudden he would have been like, I don't want to destroy all the humans now. I want to kiss that 1,000-year elf girl.
The cougar. Frieren the cougar.
Ugh.
This episode was sad and sweet and sad and just kind of sad, but really sweet too. It's just sad
Tell us
and
how
sweet.
you really feel.
I don't even know where to start because this episode deals a lot with the idea of relationships, and I don't mean relationships necessarily in just romantic ones, but more of like the relationships of the people that are around us and mean the most to us and how they affect our lives. And it's a pretty deep episode, very, very well thought out. I don't even know where to start. I don't know. I guess Himmel proposed to Frieren and she didn't even know she was proposed to. That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
And
did
sad.
he even say, will you marry me? He just kind of like put it on her.
I mean, given the frame of the scene, I think that was the intention.
He could have been like tying his shoe.
Well, knowing what we know about the ring, I forgot what it was called exactly, but the design of it, he knew what it meant because he had paused when Frieren picked it out.
Lotus ring.
Yeah.
The Lotus ring. Yeah.
So he knew what it meant there, even when he does it too, like, the clock tower goes off and that's supposed to be like wedding bells in the background. So that definitely was the framing of the scene and how they try to portray it.
That's true. I guess Frieren's just, everything goes over her head.
That's what I was going to say. We talk about a lot of like shonen MCs or whatever who are very dense when it comes to romantic relationships. Frieren has to be the dumbest, the dumbest MC I've ever seen. Like,
well, in the
no
chat,
type of affection.
Sababu says, "Does Frieren have Riz?"
No, hell no.
She's
That's why
got Grizz.
I think she's got negative Riz, but that negative Riz makes her charming to others who do, have a soul. So, who aren't elves.
she has like zero game, and it's been 1,000 years, so she has no excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, she literally she couldn't score herself a lover if a spell was put right in front of her. You know what I mean? It's just literally like, oh, this can make you fall in love with anybody. She would even use the fucking spell, and the person would die because of the fact that she's just hopeless.
No,
But-
she whips out those grippers.
No,
What grippers?
The dogs be barking.
What grippers? What are grippers?
talking about her feet.
Oh, why are they called
Grippers.
grippers?
I don't know. I think
The feet. That fucking picture.
actually, fun fact.
I'm traumatized.
I know why they're
I
called
wanna know-
grippers.
I
it
think I
was
have
in
an
New
idea.
York City. There was a writer who compared his feet to he said his feet were like grippers or something like that, and his toes were dogs, and they were barking or something.
You're making this up.
No, it's real because Adoraburb told me about it. Like, he searched it up when we were in VC in my Discord server, and it's like it's crazy that
So
it
you were
happens in New York.
so you were talking about feet back then, huh?
Even back then.
Even back then.
Listen, Burb is the only reason I know about the whole grippers and dogs barking thing. I just think it's fucking hilarious.
Well, you started this thing, CTAT, this where you talked about how this episode focused on like relationships and not in a romantic sense, but like, friendship, just bonds in general, bonds with other people.
Bail bonds.
Bail bonds.
I got some people that need to go to jail. I said this before, but to all artists that are making like the Luz of Frieren and Fern, please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Speaking of Fern, I was thinking about this the other day, but Fern, they should make like fan art of her being a Dark Souls boss, and her Dark Souls boss name should be called Fern the Man Hater. I think
she got some points this episode, at least.
She did get some points. I mean, she's such a young lady. She really is. You forgot my birthday. All mad and upset. And then Sign's like, hey, he didn't know your damn birthday. And then she kicked him in the shit.
I asked y'all, like, how did y'all think Sign would fit into this group?
Dude,
and
he's
did you
great.
like it? I think EA said he wasn't like really like feeling it too much, but I love him in the group. He is a man's man.
He is. And he loves he's my spirit animal.
I definitely gotta say, I didn't know what to think of him at first because, like I said, he was just kind of like, I don't know. He was just very much pessimistic and just very much about himself. After this episode, I really like him. I think he fits in perfectly, almost like a missing piece of a puzzle fits so perfectly within that piece. Like, it's almost like, where has he been this whole time? I feel like we needed him for a while. So I enjoy the fact that he's older, he's wiser, the fact that he can like lay a little bit of education, especially, well, because let's face it, Frieren, in her communication skills and being social is like talking to a wall. You're not going to get it. So you have somebody like Sign that's there to give that, and I feel like he has more of that social kind of like understanding of people, and older, wiser, can teach people a few things, and that's essentially what he did. He told Stark and Fern to, hey, let's pull it together. It's not all his fault. And Fern even apologized to him later for kicking him in the shins. I love how he was just like, "That's going to be sore later. Stop it." He's just taking these kicks, not even fighting back. Like, "Hey, stop it. Would you? That's going to be sore later. Knock it off." Like a little kid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him now.
Yeah. I thought his character dynamic with Stark was going to be good, and I'm glad that it was good this episode. Like I said, they were just dudes together. He broke the unwritten rule. You're not supposed to say this. I don't care if it is true. Don't say this. Don't let the women know. He talked about how dudes just don't really care about like certain celebrations and birthdays. I do think that's a lot, just in my experience. I won't say it's a uniform thing across humans, but for the most part, for what I see, women tend to care more about birthdays and ceremonies, like whatever it may be, anniversaries, more so than men. Men kind of care about it because their significant other cares about it, and that's usually how it goes. Not saying they don't care about it at all, but that's what I tend to see. And so because he has a more mature vibe going for him, he of course is able to kind of relate to Stark and convey his wisdom onto Fern to kind of create a bridge between those two so they could make up. Which, yeah, I think his role in this group is to be emotional support, where I don't think Frieren is the best for this. Because like you already said, EA, she's not too social. She has 1,000 years up on these guys, but the problem is the only time she's able to give life lessons is when she's thinking about her old party and what they told her. She's not really able to personally relate to these things because she's figuring out her feelings now. Like the feelings of love that were thrown at her way back when, she didn't feel it then, but she's starting to feel it now. Whereas a person like Sign will be able to identify what's going on and how to solve it and what advice to give on the spot. So I think that's where he shines in this group. Essentially, he's just like the dad of this group, basically, even with Frieren.
That's a very good comparison. I feel like, yeah, that's actually a really good description. He's a dad, essentially. You have the two kids, Fern and Stark, and then you have the crazy aunt that's always drunk, which is Frieren.
That's a good comparison. She is the crazy aunt. The crazy cougar aunt.
Freaking, he got some love pats from her.
I just found that so funny to me. I'm just like, look at this grown ass man.
And he, I don't know, he was like semi like enjoying it, but at the same time he's like, I wish I got it from an older woman.
she's like, I'm older than most women in existence.
It's funny because like he doesn't even look at her as being an older woman because of just like she's literally thousands of years old, but in his mind, she's not that old. That's interesting.
She looks younger than Fern. Fern's hella young looking, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the kids look like these days. I don't know what young means anymore. I'm old.
She just also doesn't. It's not just her appearance, but she just doesn't have that air of maturity that you would.
Yeah, she
expect.
wears like an oversized coat with a scarf. It covers half her face.
Must be cold all the time.
Well, she is pretty small, so.
Yeah, she's probably what, like 70 pounds? Wet, soaking wet.
5 pounds.
I think she's that, but okay.
Your ears weigh that much.
Also, we have a reason for why Fern was such a man hater, and I think it's a good reason because Hater was, wow, he was a mess for most of his life, and then one day he got old and he was like, I'm old and wise, I'm a changed man. Fern, look at me, I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And Frieren
People
was like,
become changed when they know
I
they're
hate
about to
men.
die.
Well,
Just that.
I thought the life lesson that they were given with this episode with Hater was really great. And I think it's something that we can even relate to doing this podcast right now because, especially growing up for us, anime was something that was shunned. And I'm sure a lot of people, even to this day, will kind of treat it as like some kids or teenagers type
The,
of
the
hobby.
boomers.
Yeah.
That's the
But
thing with the tentacles.
yet we're older, I guess, to other people. But we're still doing the podcast talking about anime weekly.
Mhm.
This is kind of like a childish thing, but it's something that been a part of our lives for a long time, something we grew up with. And I don't think we would put like an age limit on it because it's our hobby, it's what we enjoy to do. And
Mhm.
that's why I really like what Hater was saying, because I do believe it's true. Not saying that you don't grow and change your opinions on things as you get older, but I do think for the most part people remain to be the same as they were. Like you have this innate child, like you have this inner child in yourself. And as you get older, it's not as if those desires don't exist anymore. It's that you choose not to funnel them in the same way you may have before. So like I don't know. Let's say I really enjoy playing video games or whatever. And I played them when I was younger. I was able to play them all day. But as I get older, have more responsibilities and different things. I still like video games and I play them whenever I can. But I cut back on it and I don't indulge in it as much as I used to because I have to be older. And Hater says it in a way that he has to pretend to be an adult for the youth. I do believe part of that is true. I do believe part of that. Especially for me, like sometimes I just have to stop myself and just think like, oh, I'm really an adult. Like I had to actually I can't do certain things that I used to do here because of my age. But I still think those things. It's just that I don't do it anymore because um kind of like the societal norms kind of hold me back on it. But it is also just trying to set an example for other people,
Yeah.
the younger generation.
Yeah, I can definitely concur with that, especially being a dad. You kind of have to really hold back a lot of things that you definitely want to set a good example for, your children and everything. But you know, as cool as it would be to just play video games all day and do certain things, you kind of have to be like, okay, this is what responsible adults do. You have to set an example, and you can't always be uppity and not. You gotta let your personality through and whatnot when it comes to that. But overall, I feel, you know, you never really know when it comes to being a parent. You just kind of have to go with the flow, and hopefully what you're saying, they're actually absorbing it and listening. Because sometimes, and this was probably a long time ago, you'd say something and you're just like, "Are you listening? Huh?" It's just like, "Oh, is it even sinking in? Is it
Mhm.
even going through?" But then sometimes you just remember when you were young and you're like, "Was I any different? No." So it's almost like you're seeing a mirror, and then the whole cycle just goes all over again. It's crazy.
Yeah, I also think there's a part of that that goes along with his speech that I think is really interesting. How, if you think about it, really, from the moment we're born, we never really, and we like, gain our sentience, so to speak, and a sense of identity and self, like an ego. We really don't change. We change small parts of things and we progress in life. And I think I don't think we ever really like we don't feel like we're adults, you know? Like we're all older now. Except for me, I'm 12. But that's the thing is like we don't feel older. We feel, you know, back pain and aches and stuff like that, but we still feel young. And I guarantee you that if we were to hang around young people and we were to be accepted as young people, we would do young people things like we used to do.
People would run away from me. I'll tell you that. I'd be that fucking meme of Steve Buscemi. What up, fellow children? I swear to God.
How do you do, fellow kid?
You'd be the bus driver in the Suicide Squad film. That's like there in the background for like half of the movie. Nobody even knows who he is. Like,
I go to conventions now and I see a bunch of young people that are there. When I, you know, go and I bring my son and everything, I always feel like, God, is it normal for me to be here? But then I see other people that are like me and I'm just like, yes. Gotta give them fist bumps too. It's like, yes, other people that are like me. But it's just, you know, when you see so many young people, you're just like, I'm the old man now. I'm the old man at these things now. I'm that person. It was weird the first time somebody called me somebody's dad. Like that was definitely something where it's like, oh, that's such and such's dad. I'm like, I'm a dad. I'm somebody's dad.
I've been called dad in so many different contexts. I hate it. I hate
and that I don't mind it. I like it, but it's just so just weird to think it because for me it's like, how did I get so old to where I became a dad? You know, and because I was saying this to my friends the other day. I feel as if when I look in the mirror, I still think like I'm in my 20s, like early 20s. But then I look at my beard and I see a little bit of gray here, and I see the wrinkles on my forehead and everything. I'm just like, I'm more closer to 40 now. It's so insane to think about.
Yeah, I think what it is there is a sense of calmness with older people, that calmness and that ability to just not freak out. I think that kernel is what makes people see you probably as like that kind of like dad figure, because you're not out there like you're not on Twitter like overreacting and vomiting everything you say. You're thinking about what you're doing and your actions and your effect on the world, you know? So like you're mature, and I think that's where that comes from. Because when you think about it in your head, the ideal father, you think someone, I would think, similar to that, right? So I cry.
Yeah. Crazy. And Kenny, no, I'm not your dad.
I'll be your dad, Kenny.
There you go. You got a dad now.
I'll raise you right. Here's this Titan serum. Don't drink it.
Oh my god.
Oh geez. Already off to being dad of the year.
The Crabostorm says C walks up to the kids and starts talking about Riz and Glizzies. What's up, my fellow Rizzlers? I got some Glizzies here.
Yeah, you're gonna get arrested.
You really are.
Anyone want some of my Glizzies?
Oh. Where? Hold on. Let me find that sound effect. Just keep stalling. Keep talking about Glizzies.
Stalling Glizzies.
No.
Oh. No. I seriously want to bring this up because I thought this was the funniest part of the episode to me. And it's so stupid. It's when they have the flashback. Well, they get carried off by the big bird. Big bird swoops in, takes the carriage. They're in the air. And
they're just chilling in the air.
No. Frieren says, okay, I'm going to take him. Fern, you take him, blah, 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 blah. Stark, you just jump out. And then Stark's like, huh? And then she was like, yeah, your master, Eisen just used to do it. And then they showed a flashback for no fucking they don't even explain how this happens. He just falls off a fucking cliff and it just goes.
He's
So
literally a.
it was so funny to me. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You know what they should have done in that moment?
Oh man!
When he should have landed, they should have played this.
That would defeat the purpose. It's just, he was so unbothered. He was like, damn. I don't even know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. That's what makes it funnier.
I love Aizen.
Yeah, that was. Dwarves are built differently. What can I say? But I found the thing that I was looking for. So, what were you saying earlier, C, about glizzies to kids?
Grizzlers and hey, kids, want some of my glizzies? I got some glizzies right here for you.
All right. This is the police. Come out with your hands up.
Oh wait, I'm just giving the kids my glizzies.
Glizzy's down.
Glizzy's down. Take them in, boys.
You want some glizzies too?
Nope. Book them and stuff them.
Hold on, let me just reach for my pocket. I got some glizzies in here.
Quiggy's got a gun.
Okay, now that's America. Okay. I was confused at where we were, but now I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Grimace Twin says Aizen even goes head first for no reason. I don't know. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I have no idea why he jumped off the cliff, why he was head first, and why he was so unbothered by it.
He's built different for sure.
Literally just go.
We love you long time.
What is wrong with this guy?
So we know Aizen would survive the Frieren kiss attack. Because he went head first into the ground and the ground lost.
Well, I mean, I think he would have survived it because I don't think he feels that way towards her. Himmel does. Quite obviously.
Himmel would be the only one to die.
Yeah.
It'd be like in The Sims, like when your sim dies of embarrassment. That would be Himmel.
And then death comes in.
Yeah, in Sims 4, your character can die from embarrassment.
I did not know that.
It's The Sims.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
You can do anything in The Sims. One of the
I love
greatest
those mods in The
unintentional
Sims.
RPG games. Oh my god, the mod where you can make everyone violently murderous.
Mm-hmm.
That one's great.
Yeah. It's all super fantastic.
Any other thoughts on Frieren?
Are you quite done?
Listen, it's hard to pronounce. They
Yeah,
should just
I'm
change your name to
right
French
now.
Fry.
I guess there would be one thing that I would mention is that Stark got the exact same ring that that was given to Frieren. You don't start again.
Yeah,
Power down.
yeah, it was same silver bracelet. Well, no, same design. He gave Fern a
Lotus.
bracelet, but it was a bracelet, not a ring.
Yeah, I
Same
love
design,
how Stark. He's a sweet boy, but he just didn't know because he's inexperienced. He didn't know. He's just like, I didn't know it meant eternal love and all that other stuff. At the very end, Frieren says, "Oh, he gave you that bracelet. Why did he give that to you?" And she just said, "Because he's an idiot." And Stark's just like, "Come on, man, don't be so mean."
Well, I think this because there is some shippers between with Fern and Stark. This is something that you can kind of build a foundation on. Like before, I was kind of confused. I was like, okay, she gave him a birthday gift, but I felt like there were really no romantic implications other than this episode because of what The bracelet is
smash?
supposed to mean no.
They could though.
No smash. No smash. Unless it's Smash Brothers. Then they smash.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about Smash Brothers, you got to talk about Mei Mei. She's the best at it.
Moving on.
I cry. Listen, I ship it. I wasn't too much into romance for this series, but Fern and Stark. No, I'm not talking about Uyu Uyu Mei Mei.
Oh, thank
We're past
God.
that.
Because when you said I ship it, I was like, wait, what? Okay, my bad.
What?
No, Fern and Stark makes sense. After this episode,
You what?
I'm like, I don't want it to be the focal point of their relationship, but I thought it was funny.
Okay. Glad we left it. I'm glad we left it off in a weird cutoff. How you did that? You're like, I thought it was funny. I thought there was going to be more to that.
No, it's just funny. That's it. I just haha, hee hee, oh.
Like the rich people do.
Oh, yes, I found it very funny when the idiot girl and the idiot boy didn't realize what they were doing to each other.
Oh, yes, they were. It's just you fell in love.
I have so much money.
Me too. I have so much money I could spend it all on NASA and not even spend a third of my wealth.
Love
Okay.
is overrated.
Oh, look, we have Mr. Savage of the Wealth Bottoms. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, lovely, rich.
Oh, isn't it great being rich?
Yes. I just evaded my taxes last week.
Oh, haven't we? It's a lovely game to play every year,
Yes,
and we always win.
I just
Yes.
changed the laws of a forming country so I can make
Oh, did you?
$70 million off the poor.
Congratulations. See.
That's
Yes.
amazing. I created my own island. Wait,
Just one?
no, there are multiple islands, and
Oh.
it's a
Jolly
resort.
ho.
It's a resort. It's not for anything else related to someone that recently didn't kill themselves in jail.
Oh, we don't.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know him at all. I'm
Yeah.
not friends with him.
No.
In fact,
I
who are we
would
talking
never go
about?
there.
I don't know. No,
I don't know him personally at all. No, I've
No. But vacation.
Yes. Oh,
Yay!
oh, good sir, fellow.
Speaking of vacation, Spy Family,
Oh,
season
yeah.
2, episode 10.
Ah, segue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I thought that was the perfect time to break into that.
Celebrate good times. Anya.
Come on. Anya-san.
Well, Yuri
Anya's
was
a
in this
hero.
episode. We got to get the worst out of the way first.
And we don't got to talk about them.
No. Exactly. Let's talk about the best part, which was everything else.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't have that much of a
Accurate.
role, so we really don't have to talk about him. So.
Exactly. But I did enjoy. I enjoyed the. Essentially, this is the end of this arc. You know, we got them enjoying their time on the beach. Oh, you're so clumsy yet strong.
Way too strong.
Oh
She-
shit!
she can't go down a zip line straight. She just goes in a freaking circle like nothing. But on a bike, just tandem speed, just a freaking what was that famous biker's name? And Armstrong, something
Mick
Armstrong.
Lance
Jagger.
Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong, thank you. She's literally Lance Armstrong on steroids. No pun intended. But and then I'm gonna give you a little push, Anya. Okay. Hold on to do it. Oh.
Oh my god.
God, that was too funny. Like, I could see as a kid where that would be fun, especially if nothing bad happened. But if Lloyd wouldn't have caught her, she would have kept going for like miles. Never stopped. Like the sharks would have got her. It's like I swam out past the time.
I liked before we got that scene where Anya wants to go snorkeling and yours hesitant because of her scars. And then Anya makes up the quick excuse like, "Oh, never mind, I don't want to go. There are sharks." And then yours looks at the swimsuit like, "Oh, I could wear that instead." And then she's like, "Anya, don't worry about the sharks." And then she thinks to herself, "I'll beat up any shark that tries to eat you."
See, the funny thing was, I was thinking a shark was going to come because I don't know how well she healed herself. I would have assumed because the blood would have came through her suit, and if like I forget what it is, but like a drop of blood in the ocean can trigger a shark from like so many miles away, which is crazy to think. I was in my mind, I was thinking not Anya, but yours going to be in here. A shark's going to come and she's going to punch a shark in the face or something. Something like that was going to happen, but sadly we didn't get that. I was waiting for another like mad cow where she. Oh, it's something I learned on the internet. But a shark was to come and she was to do the same thing. It's like, I guess it doesn't like me or something like that.
If she is able to do that against a shark, they gotta like put her in Smash Bros or something because I know yours already overpowered, but like doing that underwater to a shark, that's insane.
She's gonna be in Street Fighter 6. So I mean, she's gonna. Did you see the one where yours wearing Chun-Li's outfit and Chun-Li's wearing yours outfit drawing?
I've seen a lot of things. Yeah.
Have you seen that one? If not, I'll send it to you.
So.
Right? Or I'll
think
send.
so.
I'm gonna send that to you. Let me look it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, besides that, one thing I noted at the very beginning of the episode when Lloyd Twilight first sees Yor, he blushes, which I don't think they meant to put any focus on that because I can't remember if the manga did that. I feel like I would have. I mean, love, lust, could be.
I mean, you saw that picture I sent you, right? That's why Lloyd keeps her around.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting. They didn't put any focus on it. They didn't reference it or call back to it. So I don't think we're supposed to really pay too much attention to it, but kind of gives us hope that they could be a real family in the future. I think that's what everybody predicts and what everybody wants.
There it is.
So you got something towards that, albeit a little. And then you had the moment where Yor falls asleep because she's just exhausted.
Like Anya.
Yeah. They both fall asleep and then, he's carrying them both, which super cute scene.
Very cute.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what an idiot. It's like, mind your business.
I mean, honestly, that's probably like one of the best things to experience in life. It's to carry your sleeping, fake wife and fake daughter, but still, it's pretty wholesome.
Speaking of wholesome, you see that picture?
Oh, wait, you put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I did see this.
Very wholesome, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call that wholesome.
It's very nice, if nothing else.
I mean, it's definitely YouTube friendly at the very least.
It's definitely full.
They're definitely filling out those dresses.
Yeah.
I cry.
Yeah, this was a very cute and sweet ending to this because we had Lloyd come back and was talking to Handler.
Handler?
They're wanting to look into all the people that were on the ship that died and or came on board and now are gone that are shark food now. Yeah. It ended with that, and then Anya and Yor were, well, she was asleep on the couch, she was asleep with the drawing, and she drew all three of them. Her papa, her mama, and herself. I was like, oh, Anya for sure definitely loves her dad and her mom. Like, she's young enough now to where if they were to ever leave, it would crush her. I mean, she's already been abandoned once that we know of. We don't, as of right now, know her full backstory other than the fact that she was an orphan and she has psychic powers. How did she get those? We don't know. But yeah, that's super sweet. Super, super sweet. She's fully attached to this family. Well, I think everybody is, to be honest. Even though Lloyd is kind of like, I don't know.
Lloyd just doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Lloyd is very good at being a spy and very good fulfilling his mission. I don't think he knows very much feelings. I think he's very neutral when it comes to his feelings.
Well, I think it's going to be one of those Frieren situations where he realizes what he values after is either gone or truly in jeopardy of being lost forever. Like, he's already had some moments where he's thought about them as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of, puts it in the back of his mind because, of course, what's at the forefront of his mind is the mission and, just saving people. But I think he likes that he has stability with his family because as a spy and as a person who is like the master disguise, he has to constantly live different lives and just move around a lot and form connection with people he doesn't really care about. But this is one of the first times where he actually has a genuine, or is not genuine, I guess, in that sense, but there's something genuine about it, like, just a want for a family that they all have. And again, it's some stability that he has never gotten before. So, I mean, we all expect it to end in a direction to where they are an actual family, but for us to get to that point, we had to have moments like this where they're, just doing things as a family should that would make him care about it or think twice about his mission. Maybe one day he'll forsake a mission for his family. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, he's just like, it's funny that you say that he's feeling something genuine. This is the same, Lloyd's the same voice actor who does Hachiman, and Hachiman himself wanted something genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2. Until he got something genuine with the teacher. Oh,
hell yeah. Cigarettes.
Yeah, nothing like ashy breath running down your
and
throat.
Alcohol.
And desperate. Anyway, what was I saying? There's something and I had it. Yeah, the first episode that we saw Lloyd, didn't he have a girlfriend and then just broke up with her right then and there on the spot?
Did he have a wife? Wasn't it a wife he was in a relationship
Maybe
with?
A fiance or wife or something. Like maybe a fiance. But yeah, that just goes to show you how much detached from people he was. As long as he was willing to fulfill the mission, it was okay by him. Just, well, I think we should see other people. Bye. Just get something leaves.
This is like a I don't know if this is meant to be, if this is done on purpose, or if I'm just like reading too much into it. But when Yuri comes over, Lloyd has to make their apartment look more lovey-dovey. Like he has to spray stains out to make it look like him and yours sleeping together and all this different stuff. I find it, to me, I think is a telltale sign of what he believes a couple should, or how a couple's room should be, because he has like the heart pillows and he's like, oh, let me put it closer together. Like I don't think there's many couples that have all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very childish outlook
Yeah.
on what adults are.
Yeah, like
pretty much.
Because he's had to form bonds with other women, I'm sure, maybe even had sex with them and done a lot of things, but
I doubt it.
He's definitely not a virgin.
Because he's never really felt romance, I don't think he knows what it takes to be a couple truly. He can only like give you the surface level thing, and that's kind of how he frames his apartments. It's like this surface level thought of, okay, we're in love, so let me get some heart pillows and let me put it close together and let me put like a heart frame on a pictures and stuff like that. When actual couples aren't doing all of that, they're not going to flaunt their relationship like that, especially in the comfort of their own home.
No, yeah, not really. To be a real couple, they would just have shit everywhere. Their bed wouldn't even be made. Everything would just be on the floor. All the pictures would be on their phones anyway. It's like, here's us here, here's us there. Yeah, that's it's funny looking at it that way. But yeah, I think Lloyd's idea of a relationship, he's definitely got a lot to learn for sure. But I guess tackling on top of that whole scene where Yuri, Lloyd, and Yor are all in the same room. Well, I guess before that, the Anya gloating about the being on the trip scene was hilarious too, just because in her mind that was amazing, because she's been an orphan. She's never lived a life of luxury, so hell, that would be cool for even me. I've never been on a cruise ship, but all these rich little spoiled brat kids are just like, was there not that long ago? Yeah, I've been on there like 5 times. This is nothing.
My God.
I've seen celebrities. We got to take selfies. It's just, that is the privileged lifestyle. I'm sure. It's worse too because they're kids. So they're probably embellishing a lot when it comes to that. It's like they probably were on the cruise ship. I'm not going to deny them that, but for them to just be like, "Oh yeah, I've done it like 10 times." Maybe they've done it like 2.
Becky is so funny to me. She's like, "Oh, that cruise ship, it was all right."
It was all right. Like she's been on multiple.
Dude, it's crazy. Becky talks as if she's like a 35-year-old woman. Like at times, like she'll like in this episode, she brought up like a couple things where I was like, how do you even how did you even come to that how old are you? Are you really 6? But then
I feel like
did you say something that it like makes her look like a total fucking idiot? I'm like, oh,
but
so
that's
you're a kid.
That's also funny to me about that scene is because she's able to like articulate why she thinks it was just all right. I forgot the exact reason what she said it, but she was like, "Yeah, I wasn't really too comfortable with the Swede," and she like vividly described why she thought it was just all right. She didn't just say it like it's not like something her parents just told her. She was like, "Yeah, it was whatever. Not the best cruise I've been on."
Yeah, and see, I feel like when it comes to girls, they mature faster than boys. Because I understand it's an anime, and Becky does indeed talk like she's like an older woman, but I feel like maybe that's just her pretending to hear what adults sound like, and she just kind of mimics that. Maybe she really doesn't really know what any of that means, but she just tries to act like an adult. So she just like goes, "Oh yeah, that was so blasé," or something. Just shit she doesn't even know. But when it comes to the boys, you can tell they're just like, she fought a bunch of octopus women or people.
That rock looks like a toe.
Oh, trust me, when you're 5 years old, you don't care about cruise ship or whatever. You find a stick and you find mud and you just start poking at it. You're having a good time.
This is my sword.
Right. How many times have you played swords and you just got a stick and you just started hitting and beating the shit out of each other, You had a good time with it.
Tree, you are my mortal enemy.
Oh my god. And the imagination. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Stick breaks in half.
No! I have been felled by a great warrior today.
Oh no. Yeah, but that's what I took in from that, and just Anya's embarrassed face whenever the teacher came in was like, "Did everybody have a good summer break?" It's like, I fought a bunch of octopus people. She just had that beet red face with the duck lips or whatever she had.
But I do have to give Anya some credit because she tried to like tell what was going on. Well, no, actually, this was later on. Because her dad asked her like, why did you lie to your classmates? And then Anya very quickly is thinking that, oh, I can't let him know that I know what he first of all what he was doing and about the plan in general. So she kept it vague and was like, well, I don't know. I don't know why I lied.
Yeah, and that whole scene at the end too is just kind of perfect in a way too. They're all telling her not to lie while they're all a bunch of liars.
Yeah.
That's like that's the perfection of ironic right there, where it's like, don't lie, it's bad, don't do it. It's like, I don't know if you've had parents that are, do as I say, not as I do, and then they'll just do something completely just like you would never do that. Yeah. And you're just like, do as I say, not as I do. What I just did now, don't ever do that. Yep. Why are you telling me this? But yeah, that was a nice little cherry on top, and Anya's just kind of left there going with her face. Yeah, I'm gonna stop lying. Nothing good comes from it.
Yeah, I mean, in a deeper sense, I think that scene is very good with those four in the room, because it's just like the relationship that exists with all of them is very fragile. It is being kept up with the veil of lies. So it makes you think, like, when the truth comes out eventually about who they all are to each other, like, what is going to come of that? Will their relationship survive?
It's going to start with the gunshot wound on Yor's ass. Lloyd's going to see it. He's going to be like, everything's connecting.
He would have to see her ass for that to happen.
Very true. And the front part too. She probably got a scar right there now. But he would have to see the front part, so probably not going to happen anytime soon, unless he does the cliche. I wonder who's in this bathroom.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Wacky. My wife, she's in the bathroom looking naked, and she's smacking me in the face and she'll break my neck.
Oh my god, yeah. Lloyd better not accidentally walk in on Yor doing anything.
She would kill him. But he took a full-on kick from her and lived. I mean, he got knocked. Don't get me wrong. He got knocked out and blacked out and lived to tell the tale. But he's still.
Actually, yeah. Lloyd is kind of durable. Remember the first episode, like at the end of it, when he was just like walking Anya back home, and he was like on autopilot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's that's the thing. Yor is super powerful and just built like a. Well, I don't know how where she gets her power. She's built pretty normal, to be honest. But the power's from the legs.
Yeah, she gets all of her power from her legs.
But then Lloyd is just full on, he's built super strong, but
He's got daddy energy.
He's got dad energy, but just absorbs the blows and everything, and just like, I can still fight. Don't you walk away from me.
I'll come over there and I'll fuck you up, bro. That's my family. I'm a father.
Lloyd turns into James Stewart. Just like, oh, well, that's my family. There's Lloyd and Anya and Clarence. I want to live again. That's a Wonderful Life reference, if anyone's ever seen that.
Well, let's go ahead and let's get into viewer questions.
Viewer question.
Honestly, we're a little light on questions the past couple of months, so if you have any questions you want to ask us, it could be anything, except for where children come from, because we don't know the answer. We've tried to...
Oh, I do. I fucking know the answer.
Yeah, can you tell us?
Mm-hmm. You want to know?
Do you?
I want to say, I don't think you want to know, see?
See, that's the thing.
It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It's like taking the red pill after you've been in the Matrix for so long. I don't think you want to know that truth.
Listen, I've never been rejected that hard by a woman to where I've become red pilled, so I think I'm good.
Well, the long and the short of it, they come from cows. So, on to the viewer question.
Oh, crazy. Who knew? First question, how many episodes does it take for you to hate a character? This is actually a pretty good question.
Is it?
I mean...
Yeah, because I think there's like an art to it, in a way.
I mean, to me, I don't want to shit on the... I don't want to shit on the question, but I'm going to shit on the question because I don't... The episodes don't matter. It's so many different factors in it. How much is the character on screen? What are they doing? What type of series it is? I mean, I can hate a character immediately, like from design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it really depends.
Yeah, that's why I think the question is interesting, because I think when it comes to, like, it's really easy to hate all the incest characters, right? That's an easy one because it's stupid, right? Nobody acts that way in real life. And if they do, they're not, they don't go outside, so you don't really see them. So that's like an immediate hate. But there's also characters that over time you kind of like hate and love them, like Sakura from Naruto. For a majority of the series, I hated Sakura, at least that I watched. But that one arc where she fights the puppet dude, I was like, man, I like Sakura during the entire arc. There's like Ren Tosaka in Fate. I didn't like her initially, but then I was like, well, you give the character some room to breathe, and it's like, oh, she's actually like probably one of the best examples of a tsundere in anime as a whole. So it's just, it really does depend. Like, I find that you can hate a character and you could end up loving the character in the end, and vice versa. Or just hating outright,
I guess when it comes to me, I'm on the same vein, or the same plane, I should say, when it comes to Sasuke, where you can hate a character almost immediately. It could be the look on their face, it could be what they say, it could be anything. I think what is more impressive is how you can take somebody that you absolutely hate, and then at the end of the series, you like them. Like, for me, I always use this as an example. Jaime Lannister was one of those. I could not stand the guy from anything. He was irredeemable, just bad. I couldn't stand him the first 2 seasons. Season 3 was the one where he really turned around. I mean, especially towards the end, where maybe you didn't like him so much, but you understood why he was what he was. And then season like 4, he really came around to where you're just like, I like this guy. But then we don't talk about the ending of Game of Thrones. But when it comes to like his redemption arc and how he became this absolutely hated character, where when I saw him, I was like, why the fuck is he on the screen? I can't stand him. Get him off the screen. I don't want to see him anymore. To where you actually like him, that is something that takes a lot of skill. Really. It would be like taking Mojito from JJK or whatever the fuck, dumbass from JJK, and then many episodes later, he's redeemable and I like him. There's no way, how I feel right now, that I would like him. But if for some reason, Gege made it to where I liked him later on, through amazing storytelling, it would have to be something incredible for me to like that character. You know what I mean? That's why I say that's impressive if you can do stuff like that. So to answer the question, you can hate a character almost immediately. It's the whole liking a character. I think that's harder, to be quite honest. It's easy to make characters that you dislike, but to like a character is challenge.
There's some characters where I didn't even read or watch the series and I still hate them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's easy to hate on the characters.
It's also cool to hate. I like what you're kind of talking about, though, EA, where it's like, I also love the characters where you legit hate them, but the writer of the series makes them so good that, like, it's like a Walter White thing, you know, or like Gus Fring, or you know, I don't know. There's just tons of series like that. Lelouch in Code Geass. It's just, yeah, I like that. I like that variation the most because I think that takes the most talent to do. Or like, you know, or like the opposite of it as well, where it's like AOT, where it's like the hero becomes the aggressor. I think that's really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, sadly. What birthday present would C give Vladilena? Flowers, chocolates, a mirrored lotus ring signifying eternal love. We don't have to answer this. We can skip this, right?
We certainly do.
It's definitely chocolates because, you know, in that world of 86, they have a lot of artificial stuff. So he's going to give her chocolates with real ingredients. You know,
yeah, C's candy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that C's candy. You're gonna get the. Do you guys have C's candy wherever you guys are at?
Nope. That's why I was confused.
I'm so sorry. C's candy is so delicious. There's these chocolates that are called Scotch Mellows, where it's butterscotch and marshmallow dipped in chocolate. Give those to her; she'll fall in love with you more than you love her. See.
There you go.
I think somebody's hacking into the Google forms because there's no way anyone could ever believe this. And the worst part is whoever this mysterious hacker man is, maybe it's Keanu Reeves, who knows?
Hackerman? Is that like Ackerman?
Maybe it's Levi or Mikasa. Or Kenya. They've clearly corrupted you two. Obviously, your mental faculties are dissolving as we speak, because we both know that I've proven the allegations false several times, and I think this is a clear representation of, you know, we mentioned Hideo Kojima earlier. This is AI. This is clearly AI of some form taking over. Led clearly by the blood-sucking Democrats and the Clintons, and the Republicans too. They're all out to get me. And you know, I think it's ridiculous. You know, every day I walk outside and I see a row of people in my front yards, you know, holding up signs of Sabelina with, you know, a red X spray painted across it, saying things like, you know, reveal your true love for Vladilena. Sabelina's fake, not legally distinct. And I just shoot them all. I just pull out my gun and I mow them down like no Russian and move on with my day. But the thing is it's just preposterous, at this point. It's a little ridiculous. And if I have to kill everyone, I'm gonna
people every day.
Well, they won't stop,
Why do they keep coming back?
They think I love Vladilena. And they think they're right. But here's the thing. My M249 saw says you're wrong. And also the fact that I've proven in the court of law I don't love Vladilena.
Do we just get Alex Jones on the podcast or something?
However, I will say this. We need 86 season 2. And if it doesn't happen...
Oh, no.
The M249 Saw, he's getting a brother. I'm going akimbo on that bitch.
Well,
I'm marching myself. I'm walking myself all the way to Japan. The offices of Aniplex. I'm walking
Good
in
luck
there.
walking on water.
I'm walking in there. I'm going to send him a strong letter. Strongly worded letter. Okay? How could you? That's what it's going to start with. How could you? 86 season 2 deserves to be created, and you all know it.
So I think what I heard just now is if you tell C that he loves Vladilena, he'll shoot you. But please, let's bring a season 2, or he'll shoot you.
I'm glad you got something from that, because
Did I get that right, C?
Listen, we have to defend the honor of 86. Okay?
Oh, this is all a front. This is all a front for Vladilena.
I pay my taxes.
It's not just 86.
Front.
It's not just 86. You want 86 because of Vladilena. She's in it.
True.
To mourn the loss of 86 season 2, going to dye part of my hair red to mourn the loss, and I'm going to polish my M249 saw.
Well, Lightning Eagle, I agree with that statement right there. We will stop when you stop lying. There you go, see.
Yeah.
Once the truth, you know what they say, the truth shall set you free.
Next question. Would you rather sit next to Yamai for an entire school year or work with the women Yor works with for 3? The latter. Easily the latter. I was saying at this episode of Spy Family, I was like, they're kind of gossipy, but they're pretty attractive.
Well, I mean, they're assholes, but honestly, I think they treat Yor the way I think they treat her that way because, for one, Yor's not really normal, and 2, I think they do it because she's a woman. I don't think they would act the same way towards a man.
You're 100% right. No, you're right, Sasuke. This is something that okay. To answer the question, yes, work with women, the women that Yor works with for 3 years. I do this on a daily basis already. So it's easy. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to interact with them. All you have to do is work with them. Working's very different than sitting next to a psycho killer that is the epitome of cringe. So it's an easy choice. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. But yeah, if I was there in that world and the girls were there, they'd be like, "Hi, EA, how you doing? Did you have a good weekend?" I agree, Sasuke, because Yor's a woman, and they're just like, this crazy bitch, she's here again. I can't stand her.
Next question.
They jealous.
Oh yeah. As soon as that one girl saw Lloyd, she was like, She was willing to throw hot piping shrimp all over or whatever that was, potatoes, something.
Potatoes.
Scallop potatoes with the garlic and butter and delicious
Why did you
trims.
say that? Oh my god, that's so good. I mean, next question. Which anime school bully do you think you can take on a 1v1 fight?
All of them.
Damien from Spy Family, I'm caving his skull in.
What is UNO from A Silent Voice? I can probably like pick her up and throw her.
I mean, listen. I'm not saying I'm like John Jones out there, but I'm like
Fuck them
6'3",
kids.
230 plus pounds. I don't think any one of these wiry under 5'8" kids are supposed to pose a threat to me. I'm sorry.
No, they don't. Other than unless they're the bullies from that stupid show.
Unless they're like from Tokyo Revengers or something like
Oh
that.
my god, we all thought the
so
same
glad-
thing.
Man.
What
I'm
the
so
fuck?
glad you thought the
That's-
same.
How do we all
that's
think
the
the same
That's the funny part.
thing?
That's I thought about it too, but like based on that description, I was like, yeah, he's talking about Tokyo Revengers.
I'm glad you do. Because I forgot the name. But yeah, those fucking kids, they're in middle school.
Yeah.
They look like they're my age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are grown men. They would probably beat me the fuck up. But other than that,
Stab
I
you.
think I'm pretty good. Like think about any like anime. Was there any bully character in like Snafu? I think the only bully character, maybe like
I
that
mean,
girl Yumiko, the
right,
one with
right,
the blonde hair.
Right. There was the girl, but she was kind of like, I don't know. She was more catty than she was like a bull. Because when I think bully, I think people that go to extremes to like, I don't know, like put you down. And I don't think she ever did that. She was very, I don't know, like snarky and whatever. You know, she would just do little things just to get at you. Maybe the blonde dude? No, there wasn't real. I'm trying to. No, I don't really think there was any bullies in there. To be honest, Hashima was more of a bully than anyone. He called Yui a bitch to her face.
Well, C brought up I mean, because Ueno, she's definitely a bully, and for that matter, what's his face? Also used to be a bully, and I could
the
beat
main
them both
character.
up. Yeah, I could beat them both up.
It'll be like I'll do it like Baldur's Gate style. I'll get Shadowheart to do Ignis and just set them on fire.
Oh my god!
Just watch them burn. And I'll have like Karlak and Asterion on the side just to laugh.
I think someone really wants to play Baldur's Gate 3.
I really want
That's
to
what
play
I
Baldur's
think.
Gate.
Yo, EA, you know who we can beat up?
Oh, who?
Haruhi Suzumiya.
He is kind of mean.
I am kicking the shit out of Haruhi Suzumiya. I am so glad you said that. Yeah, that's one of those. She acts up just one time. One time! I go, Haruhi, can I see you after school? Gonna make her think I'm gonna try to confess to her and everything. Okay, I planned this out. Here we go. So I pretend I'm gonna ask her out and everything. I'm like, would you like to sniff this rag? And then
I have a gift for you. Oh, what is it? A 9
You unplugged your
millimeter
mic,
revolver.
EA.
Wait, I don't think
You
it's
unplugged his mic.
9 millimeter. Oh no!
Shit, I went a little hard on this. I had the
You
chloroform
went hard
rag. Sure enough, I did that, and after that, just put her in the back of my trunk, take the car, go off a cliff, and then just make it look like an accident.
She thought she was
She
going
had
to get
too
killed
much-
by the kiss attack, but she got killed by an attack.
Yeah, she got killed by the actual attack.
Oh, it's also that little shit from it's that piece of shit anime, Elfen Lied.
Oh my god, the one that killed that dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'd rip his head off. while he was still alive.
I don't think he would be alive.
Kratos in God of War 3.
Yeah, I would do a Kratos and just do something. I mean, I know what you're saying, Sasuke. He would be dead if I ripped his head. But what I mean is, like, he's feeling all of that. Like, he's not going to go out easy. He's not going to be like, oh, I don't feel anything. No, he's going to feel the tendons disconnect as they get ripped off his fucking neck. Oh yeah,
You're
that
gonna
kid
lift his head
was.
up,
Ooh.
and you're gonna look him in the eyes. You're gonna go, everything's gonna be all right.
See, you got me out.
Mikasa Ackerman.
Kissing Aaron's decapitated head. Freaking. But yeah, I don't know whose kid that was, but I'm pretty sure the parents didn't even notice that their kid was missing. You know what I mean? Because that kid, I've never, like, I think that's the worst I've ever seen in an anime where they pick on this girl and then they just take, it looked like maybe like a candlestick and they just, or a vase or something, and they just bash this dog's skull in and killed it. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't feel bad for any of those kids dying when Lucy finally just destroyed everything. I was like, they deserved it. 100%.
Whole Carrie situation.
Definitely.
I just want to play Baldur's Gate right now.
Well,
you
we're
know,
almost done.
You know what's funny, Satsuki? I think you would like Minthara.
Look this character up.
Is she the all red girl?
There's an all red girl in that game?
Yeah, there's an all red girl. Well, she's like a orc, I think.
No, Minthara is a drow.
Ew.
And you're talking to a guy that doesn't know what a drow is. What the fuck's a drow?
She has the elf ears. You know I don't like elf ears.
No, just listen to her speak, and
she just says your name over and over again.
She's
Satsuki. Oh, damn.
She will make demands of you, and if you don't do her demands, she will kill you.
Oh my God. One of these days, you guys are going to learn my true type. No longer will I be categorized in the box of evil women or women that
I already know your type, Satsuki. They're right next to you.
Oh wait, EA, you were talking about Karlach. Karlach was red. She's a tiefling.
Yeah.
With an engine for a heart. Like an actual literal engine.
Satsuki's so lonely.
Wait, what? That wasn't even in frame for the podcast. You had to do that. You just incriminated yourself.
You know what? It helped me. I loved it.
So Satsuki would like Minthara.
I mean, EA is playing Danganronpa right now, and I mean,
I cry.
Yeah, which I gotta ask you about that when we're done. But yeah,
man,
I'll just say this: Minthara, the first interaction you have with her, she literally tells you, doesn't even ask for your name. You walk up to her, she says, "Kill all the tieflings, or I will kill you." Now go.
And what did you do?
He probably killed all the tieflings.
No, I knocked her the fuck out.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna, because that's the only way you can get her in your party. So, well, if you don't kill all the tieflings, if you don't kill all the tieflings, you have to knock her out. But you do kill the tieflings, she'll join your party.
It almost sounds like there are a lot of teeth when they're called tieflings.
They look like demons. They got the horns and stuff, and they got red skin.
Oh, okay.
I cry. Well, EA, I have a question for you.
Is it about Baldur's Gate 3? I haven't got it yet, but maybe someday.
No, EA.
Then we can we could do co-op missions together. Once I do that.
Baldur's Gate is literally just D&D the game. So, it'd be like doing a D&D campaign.
Yeah, I've seen what it looks like, and it looks really good.
Where can they find you?
You can find me, my good self, Everything Animated. You can find me at my channel, Everything Animated. It's very hard to find. Well, I swear there's been others that have grown since then, and it pisses me off because they're all fakes. I'm the real one. They're all a bunch of liars. Anyway, subscribe to me there. Subscribe to our Twitter/X. Subscribe to our Patreon. I am also doing some Twitch streaming again. I am doing Danganronpa, and Sasuke's been watching me religiously. So definitely check me out on those streams. I know nothing about Danganronpa, so I'm going into it completely blind. But yes,
You're going in raw.
follow me at. I'm going in raw, as C said. But yeah, click all those links. Follow the Game Anime Podcast Twitter, the Patreon. Remember, it's only $1. We got some goodies in there, and follow my Twitch at everything_animated.
Satsuki, where are you located currently? In where? Place. Location.
Are you the feds? Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you another place you can find me. Sasuke the Savage, my YouTube channel. Also, Sasuke the Gamer, other YouTube channel where I upload my VODs to my Twitch channel. And speaking of my Twitch channel, you can follow me on Sasuke the Savage, and that's not with a THE, that's with a DA. Sasuke the Savage, where currently I'm playing Fire Emblem, finishing up Persona 5 Royal. Probably only going to take me 2 more screens and I'll be done with that game. Oh, and it's Fire Emblem 3 Houses, by the way. In the middle of my Black Eagles route. So it may be more to come with that game, even when I finish that part of it. And still playing LA Noire. And oh yeah, I got to get back to Ace Attorney after I finish Persona 5 Royal. So if you're interested to see me play those games, tap in to my Twitch. I usually play Saturday at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, I'm kind of following EA's schedule as to whenever he finishes playing, or whenever he decides to start Danganronpa, or whenever he finishes. We'll see how that whole thing goes. But those are the days you can find me streaming. Check me out, subscribe to my channels, check out our Patreon, and that's it for me.
Well, as for me, hello. I'm here. How's everyone doing?
Boo.
No, I'm kidding. Tomorrow, I think there's a new Chainsaw Man coming out, new Chainsaw Man chapter, so that's on the second channel. Also, I got a video coming out about Himeno pretty soon on the second channel, which is my first piece of evergreen content, which nobody else has ever done before. The type of video I'm doing. It's a what if video. So that should be a lot of fun, theorizing, stuff like that. People like those videos. Besides that, whenever a new chapter of Chainsaw Man drops, I talk about it there on the channel. Though for the main channel, today I put out a video comparing Eren Yeager and Luffy from AOT and One Piece respectfully. Nobody watched it. To no one's surprise. But later this week, besides a new JJK video that I'll be doing, as always, I will be doing an Undead Luck video. So look forward to that. Should be pretty fun, and yeah. Good podcast, everyone. Hope everyone has a terrific week. And see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Later.